You know what, guys? Hold up, hold up. They just, I guess the audio, something's wrong with my audio setup. So somebody said there's no audio coming in. Let me make sure I got everything
Mm-hmm.
set up properly. Cause see here, Zoom.
What happened? Look at.
Can you guys hear them now? Can you
Mm-hmm.
guys hear us now? Can you guys hear us? Can you guys
I
let
don't
me
know.
know on? I know you guys could hear me, but if you're on TikTok or YouTube, can you guys let me know if you guys could hear us? Give me a thumbs up if you could hear me.
We're just gonna we're just we're just gonna say ora a few times.
All right. Okay, they could hear us now. All right, all right. So,
Ora.
all
All right,
right.
cool.
All right, all right. So,
Ora.
I'm assuming they missed the intro. So,
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
all right. So this is we're currently on live on the phone with David and Jesse. They're currently located in Centinela State Prison. Normally we jump on these calls on Saturdays and Sunday, depending on what our availability is. But for the last week or two, I've been hooked on, doing these court hearings from Arizona, Maricopa County, and Pima County, and these border parole hearings. So I haven't reached out to him up till today. So here we are. Hey, do you guys want to go ahead and say a little something to the audience? Because I'm sure a lot of the people that are here, they've never heard any of our streams before.
Huh. Wow. Hey, yeah. Well, I'm a little scared now. You know what I mean? Thinking about that. All these new people. Panicking. Yeah, I'm panicking right now. No, so, yeah, my name's David Isaac Lopez. I use three names now because there's a million David Lopez's out there in the world. And I'm here with my good friend, Jesse Nava. So for those of you that don't know us, we're cellies. That's why we're able to do this at the same time right here. And we're both serving life sentences in Centinela. We got life with the possibility of parole, so we have an opportunity to get out someday. Jesse is, it's crazy because we're lifers, but Jesse is nearing the end of his journey, and it's not death, it's life. It's living out there in society. Jesse's been down for almost 24 years, and he on a 25 to life sentence, so he's on his way out the door.
Yep. My name is Jesse Nava. Like David said, I've been incarcerated for 24 years. I was previously sentenced to life without the possibility of parole for a crime I committed when I was a juvenile. I was a teenager. I committed a 187. I didn't get arrested until I was 21 years old for it. I actually had fled California for a different crime, for a different shooting, and I was actually living out there in Maricopa County, and that's actually where I got arrested at. I eventually got extradited from Madison County Jail, brought down here to California to be held accountable for the crime I was on the run for, as well as my cold case. I was previously sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. However, I had my conviction reversed and remanded. I was sent back to the Superior Court, and I elected to represent myself in court. Took my murder to court myself, and I was able to get a second-degree murder. A lot of people may say that it was an injustice, that it wasn't fair, and it depends who you ask. I could agree with them, because my crime was a violent crime, and the people, the family members were impacted by what I did. And so, if you asked any of them, maybe even society, I know they were doing a blog when I got sentenced this last time. I got sentenced the last time in 2014, and I got my life without the possibility of parole taken off, and I got resentenced to 25 to life plus 10 years for the gun enhancement, which ultimately resulted in me getting a 35 to life sentence. And no, my bad. It was actually 25 to life because it was 15 for the homicide,
and 27, yeah.
Yeah, and 10 for the gun. So it was 25 to life that I ended up receiving. And so they were running a blog during that time on the local news area, and to hear what a lot of the people had to say in the community where I committed my crime, it lets me know that that's how impacted they were by it. That it was years and years and years after I had actually committed the crime that they still felt, threatened by the actions that I took on that fateful night in 1997. So ultimately, like I said, I've been incarcerated now for 24 years. I've been to board one time, and they gave me a 3-year denial. I go back to board hopefully by the end of the year, and hopefully I can be out of prison. I'm doing everything that is expected of me. I should be out of prison hopefully by summer of next year. And again, I know some people would probably hear that and be like, damn, how could you take somebody's life and have the opportunity to walk free again? And you know, I kind of agree. You know, I kind of agree with people's sentiments when they think that. But at the same time, it's like if you listen to our journey, if you go to YouTube and you listen to our backstory, the whole reason we initially started this channel was to give people a different perspective to what's going on inside the prison system. You know, it's not, people are just not in prison. It's not just what you see on TV, the gangs and the violence and the drugs and, you know, the society's rejects are in here. Absolutely everybody that's here, 90% of us, 95% of us did something to be placed here. And but there's a lot of people in here doing what they need to do to turn their lives around and transform their life, and ultimately, hopefully, one day, you know, get another opportunity to show society that we want to earn their trust back. And you know, that's what I've been doing for the last almost 5 years of my incarceration. For the first, you know, 19 years, it was definitely a bumpy ride. I was living just as destructive a lifestyle in here as I was on the streets before coming to prison. You know, however, over the last few years, I've done everything that I need to do. To, you know, I've you know, spent endless time in self-reflection and focusing on my recovery, and ultimately, you know, the person you got in front of you today, that's the result of all that hard work. You know, and like I said, I don't deserve anything. If they give me an opportunity to go back out into society, I would definitely be a different person than the person I was when I walked through these doors. I was a gang member. I was a drug dealer. I was a part of the prison gang. You know, not just street gang, but I was also a part of the prison gang. You know, I've hurt a lot of people along the way, you know, and I can never make right the things that I've done, but I can definitely spend the rest of my life, hopefully, showing people that I appreciate the opportunity given to me today.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Never hurting anybody again. You know, I've been in prison. You know, I'm getting ready to graduate this year with my AA and start pursuing my bachelor's degree. And you know, I've utilized my experiences to give back, and that's kind of what we started doing with this channel initially, was bringing people on here who have actually made drastic changes in their life. You know, and we don't want half step changes. No, we want transformation. Change is temporary. You know, change is like an ice cube. You know, you can freeze something and make it an ice cube, but you pour water on it and it'll melt. You know, transformation is something that it can't turn back. You know, once you transform, it's like the caterpillar and the butterfly. You know, when a caterpillar transforms to a butterfly, the butterfly will never be a caterpillar again. So we brought a lot of people on here. If anybody that's interested, feel free to go to YouTube and listen to some of the backstories. You know, like I said, the person you guys are listening to today, the people Dave and I. You'll be surprised. You know, we came from a different place. We're definitely not the people. The backstories you're going to hear, who we were. We didn't speak it to glorify prison life. We simply told it to add context and credibility so people could truly appreciate our journeys. Dave and I have known each other since we were about 14 years old. Yeah. I'm 44 years old now. Dave's 43, and we've known each other since we were kids. You know, we started out in the justice system, you know, juvenile justice system, yep. and we ran together on the streets. You know, and it's just ironic how, you know, our life has come full circle, and here we are, both serving a life sentence, sitting in the same cell, and completely transformed our lives. You know, and it's a trip because, you know, I would never expect to see the person sitting in front of me. I would never expect to see Dave, you know, as Dave is today, and I'm sure he would never expect to see me as I am today.
Yeah,
you know,
different Dave.
Yeah, different people.
Yeah,
you know,
different
people.
Dave, different Jess. You know. We don't go by our ex gang aliases and all that stuff. That did nothing but it just destroyed people's lives, you know. Like Jesse was saying. So I've been in for almost 15 years right now on this term. I came in 2000 originally on a small case. Ended up jacking up my points, running through the system. I was you know, putting in work, you know, which is a stupid term to use. I was basically just harming people in the system, going through the hole, through the shoe, and I didn't learn nothing. I was kicked back out to the streets again without working on myself in the slightest. My parole officer would go pick me up from the shoe because that's what was required at that time, take me back out to the community, and I had no prospects. All I had was the status that I had gang.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Within the gang culture, So I was in and out. I've been in a lot of prisons. It's probably like the 12th prison I've been in. I got out in 2008, discharged my P number in 2009, and I took somebody's life in 2010. So it's a crazy journey. Came into prison, didn't learn nothing. Continued on the same destructive path, but that's no more. That person's gone now. After 60 seconds came on, James. What do you want us to do? Want us to call back on this number, or you want to use the other one?
You know what? Try calling back on the other number one more time. If it doesn't go through, call me back to this one. I made some changes to the settings, so I'm hoping it works now.
Hey, we will be right back.
All right, cool, perfect. So I know a lot of you guys that are tuning in right now. You guys are used to me, jumping on these court hearings and like joking around and whatnot. This is something that I've been doing before. I've been doing this for the last year and a half, and that's primarily what I've been doing. I've been interviewing individuals that have been in prison for the last 10, 20, 30 up to 33 years is the longest person I've had come on here. And they've shared their stories, with me, from the moment their earliest memory as a child to, where they're at now. And let me see, they're calling back. Let me plug it in. Hopefully, I'm hoping it's working now. No, it's not working. Let me see. Let's see.
This call is now being
Global
recorded.
Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
All right. Hey, so we're back in the game like EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA
Hey,
Sports.
you even sound different.
Well, check you out.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody can hear you, though. Make sure everybody can hear us, James.
Yeah, before I go into a spiel right now,
All right. Hey, I
I
just
was
want to
about
go.
to change the world.
Hey, I want to go ahead and make sure you guys could hear us on both platforms. You guys could give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down to let us know they could hear. All right. And hey, you know what? I want to go ahead and give some shout out to some of the people that are on here watching. We got M Star Media. We got and we got a bunch of new people listening.
Hey, where's Hervato at? Is he here?
Mad Max 408.
Yeah, we're looking for Mad Max 408. That's Hervato right there.
I haven't seen him in the chat yet. Nah, they're not.
Nah,
it's
we
only
said
M Star.
we said our love to both you guys, man. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, man. You guys are a part of our show, just like anybody else. That's been with us for a long time. What else you got for us, James?
I don't think I haven't seen any questions on here yet or at least that I've noticed. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. That's what we're here for. I know when it comes to prison, a lot of people are curious. I'm even curious. I mean, that's one of the reasons that I started this. Wanted to go down this journey and have individuals like David and Jesse come on and share their journeys with us. I was making a comment, while we're waiting to reconnect, because I know a lot of the people that are tuned in right now. They come across the YouTube or the TikTok channel because of the court hearings that I've been doing in Maricopa County, and a lot of the times, or most of the time that I jump on there, I'm counting around. We see people walking in. One dude has his hair like looking like he stuck his finger in the light socket, like he got electrocuted. So I'll make a joke about that. Or there was a girl recently that came on with she got down with 5 dogs, and not in a fight. So a lot of people.
The dogs ran a train on her.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Hey, I know her. No,
I want to know her.
Hey.
I want to know her.
Yeah, that's Terra from she's from Pima County. I know her. That's
Perra Groseada. I know her.
Yeah, we know her.
Her last name's Groseada. Her first name's Perra.
I'm right here locked up with Hervato, Felipe.
Chihuahua. Yeah.
He said it's not cheating.
Yeah. He said just keep it in the pack.
Yeah, Felipe the Capricorn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
so so I've been doing that, so I know a lot of people been drawn in because of that, because I'm clowning around and making jokes, but this is the
That's
more
cool.
serious side of the prison system. Obviously you guys did, you guys took people's lives, and that's not a laughing matter. And I want to share,
No,
your
all right.
experiences, what led you to that point, and your life earlier on, and because a lot of things happen. It's just you weren't just born in, and you guys were, these awful people. It was a gradual transformation, and a lot of things happened in your life that
Yep.
that that led you guys up to the to that point. I came from the same environment, so I could relate to a lot of those things. Some of the things that you guys went through, or some of the things you've seen, or the situations that you guys been in. But I took a different route. I snapped out of it early, in my early 20s, and I didn't continue my path, into prison, which is lucky, because, man, after seeing American Me, and that guy getting bent over the rice, that bag of rice, I knew prison wasn't for me.
Yep.
Chow time. Chow
Yeah.
time.
You know what's crazy is that
The ladies in
yeah,
here.
no, it's I don't know. Like, okay, so for the viewers that don't know what he's talking about, right? Because we got to assume, right? Like, not everybody knows what we're talking about here. So we try to like use terms that you guys might be more familiar with, So the way we talk in here, we're in a disconnect. Like I said, I've been in for almost 15 years. Jesse's been in for over 2 decades, and we're like a part of us is changed. We're changed. We live in a close community here. So what James is talking about now, that movie was the worst thing that I could have seen as a kid, probably. Um, that movie, a lot of messed up stuff happened to people in that movie. People were put out there. There was a lot of there was they put too many things out there that were actually true, and they put way too many things out there that were false. You know, that's just what it was. They painted a bad picture of some very dangerous people, and some people lost their lives for that. And that's what's crazy. So we don't we don't want to speak on that. But there was a scene in there. There was a scene in there where they ran through some dude, and they threw his face in the rice. And I remember seeing that as a kid, where I was like, damn, like they got together. There was a bunch of them. Like, that was like a freaking, that was like an assault crew. I'm saying, not like the regular beatdown assaults. Like, them fools were like together. Like, they got that fool pretty good. And I was thinking, like, damn, how does that even start? You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought about that. Like,
Seeing how it started, they got him drunk first.
yeah, but I mean, how do you get at your boy? Like, if I came in here and I was like, hey Jess, hey Jess, hey, let's get Felipe drunk, fool. Hey, get
Now we got to remember.
get
It was
the rice.
it was a direct result of disciplining. They were sending a message to his dad.
But that's like, I mean, what happened to the old fashioned, like,
Yeah, let's beat him down.
let's beat him to death?
Yeah, you ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You ain't lying.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
for the rest of my life, I made sure I was never around anybody drinking with rice.
with rice. Yeah, that had me traumatized. And I told James, there's some people, that end up with their face in the rice in the system, and there's some people that, that are holding the rice. And I definitely, look, I'm not that type of person. I wouldn't do that to anybody in the system. Like, we'll make light of it because I was kind of a serious situation. We weren't there, Jess and I. We were involved with, gangs in an extreme level. And I had never seen anything like that. Like, that was frowned upon in our time.
Yeah.
And whether that was true in the past or not, that's not for us to say because we weren't there. I would like to think that was an exaggeration of maybe something that happened. And, they like to say in prison, well, don't drop the soap and all those things.
Entertainment value.
Yeah, let me tell you right now, James, I've dropped the soap in the shower a bunch of times.
I'm starting to think he does it on purpose.
Yeah, I've done it. And now I'm kind of bougie now, so I dropped the White Rain body wash.
Yeah. He's the only one I know in the shower trying to scrape up body wash off the floor. I'm like, hey, bro, if they're not coming for you, they're not coming for you.
Yeah.
They haven't been here yet to get you. They're not coming.
Yeah, I've never
Let it go.
Yeah, I've never had a situation like that where I've been in one of them steamy prison showers and dropped the soap and it was all bad, Like, yeah, so I don't know. I don't know where they get that from. I'm sure it's happened in the past. Like, people make jokes about it and whatnot, but I've never seen it. There's people that claim that, like, you hear stories that's happened to them and shit like that, but I said, I don't know, I've been fortunate to not have that. In my day, though, if I would have seen something like that, I would have definitely beat the hell out of somebody for doing something like that, like around in my presence, So I don't know how people could kind of stand by. I mean, but if it's like the ultimate authority in prison doing that, you're kind of just like, well, hey, Jeff, there's a new regla.
Yeah.
There's a new rule.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
If I couldn't, yeah.
Whatever you do, don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Jess. Like, these fools are serious. Like,
Yeah, I couldn't follow none of the laws on the streets, and I'm going to come in here and it's all about. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
no.
I would have got my life together a long time ago.
Yeah, for
Never
sure.
came
But like,
back.
hey, fool, you break the rules. They're not doing burpees no more. They're taking,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, they're taking motherfuckers' ass.
Yeah.
hey, did you guys hear that little chirping noise from the Nextels? Or you guys couldn't hear it?
I
Yeah,
did.
what is that?
Okay.
Yeah,
What happened?
Hey, where you at?
got booted off?
Hey, I had to take you down memory lane, but hey, I was doing that to try to get you guys' attention. We got Fish Slayer SoCal. He's driving back from Denver, Colorado. He's in and out of service. I send mine to James, Jesse, and David. Salute.
Hey,
What's
salute.
up,
Hey.
Fernand?
Yep, I'm glad to have the boy on here. What happened with the rooster and where's the dolphin sounds? Like,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Hey.
I heard the
I heard the
chirper.
I was like, hey, Jess, someone's trying to score.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, somebody trying to pick a cloud up.
Yeah, we'll get short, Jess. Already.
I hear the chirper. That shit took me back to when I was on the streets because that shit, the chirpers were big the last time I was out there.
Yep.
That's actually the phone that was popping.
James is pulling through on a 10-speed.
So yeah, James rolled up on a 10-speed, tossed the bag in the grass, and kept on riding.
hey, we also got Big Joe in the chat. He just dropped some laughing
Whoa!
emojis on there.
You mean Arjo?
Yeah,
Blue
yeah,
Nasty?
yeah.
Joe, what's
Oh,
up, my
shit.
boy?
Tell him we send our love,
Hey.
man. I've been wanting to call him, but I don't got no tablet, and we've been on the go.
Hey, did you send James back his bike? He's been over here freaking trying to pick up on a 10-speed. So I think he needs that.
Yeah, send James his bike back because he's dropping off sacks on some busted up ass 10-speed.
He's on rollerblades.
Yeah, he's on rollerblades with a fanny pack. some old Circle K glasses with
Boy,
bright
we talk-
oranges.
Hey, Joe, we talk about you in here all the time. We do. Matter of fact, I was just talking about you on Friday when I came back from visit with one of the officers in there, one of the visiting officers, and we were talking about, just how amazing, like, the fellas that are getting out, how amazing you guys are doing. And I said, and I always bring you up, man. I was like, hey, that's the boy right there. And he remembered you, too, because he worked in your building before. And he was like, no way. He goes, I was wondering where he went. I thought he was in the hole or something. I was like, what the hell? Like, this
I was
fool
like, that's stereotyping.
yeah, that's what they think though. Like, oh, that fool locked it up.
He disappeared. He's in the hole.
Yeah, he's in the hole or something.
Hey,
Is he with Fish Slayer?
Nah. Joe's in the chat. Fish Slayer, he's out. So Joe's on TikTok, and Fish Slayer is on YouTube. And and I was thinking about Joe yesterday, man. I was thinking about, man, it's crazy, just to think about, everything, like the turn of events that happened. We started the YouTube channel, and Fish Slayer, we made that connection with Fish Slayer, and man, he's changed. He's changing people's lives. One person at a time. And it's a trip, man. It just seems so real to me. Like it's not like it didn't really happen, but it is. Joe's he's there and he's out here and he's benefiting from coming. He's home and his whole life is different now. He has a kid now and like, man, I gotta do the 1 year update in March coming up. We're gonna have to do a 1 year update with Joe.
Yep. And it's
Crazy.
crazy.
It's already gonna be a year, huh?
Yeah.
It's crazy
Yeah.
to say that too, because I just did a speech on we're doing public speaking right now for college, oral comms, and I did a speech on the podcast, about basically just how it's structured and its purpose, and how it came about. And one of the issues, one of the subjects on there, because it was an informative speech, was collaborations that have developed through the podcast, and I talked about that. I talked about, not with specificity, but I talked about, SoCal Fish Slayer and the opportunities that he's opened up for some of us in here, and why it's so important to show people these stories and these transformations, because there's people out there who believe in us. I told him about, how we're working with the university in the East Coast, doing a scientific research paper to help create technology to assist in the board prep process.
Yep.
And I just told them just about collaborations that have came about through this podcast. That it's not just it's not just a pastime, like this thing's changing lives. It's making social change, not just individual change. You know, it's helping us having these platforms and getting these stories out and showing people out there like, look, they're not just letting people out of prison. You know, these people, you know, we're in here, we're making the necessary changes. We're changing the way we see things. We're changing the way we feel. We're changing our actions. You know, and it's as a result of that, we're becoming men. We're becoming responsible individuals. So when they let us out of prison, it's because we've shown them that we're ready for another chance. We're ready for an opportunity. You don't just get to walk out of prison. Oh, well, he did his time. Absolutely not. They'll keep you here for. I know dudes been in here 40 years on a 7 to life sentence.
Yeah.
And if you choose to stay here and you don't want to make the necessary changes, you don't want to capitalize on the investments that they're making on us, then hey, they got a place for you. They definitely want job security. By all means, sit your ass down somewhere and keep the cell warm. You know, they want to keep as many of these prisons open as possible. Me, on the other hand, you know, they want to give me college. They want to give me vocational training. They want to give me self-help. They want to give me therapy. You know, I'm gonna capitalize on that stuff, and I'm gonna make sure that when I walk out of these doors, that I'm able to take everything that they've given me, and I can take it out to society, and I can utilize it to the best of my ability.
Hey, the crazy part, like, okay, so the viewers out there, I've asked some of you guys before, what is prison for? You know, we got some of the responses back were punishment.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Most of it was punishment that we were
real
getting.
Quick, before you go on, right?
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
In all actuality,
Do it fast.
prison is actually here for punishment purposes initially.
Yeah.
Now the mission statement is changing, but they actually went and read it to me, and prison was built on punishment.
I want to talk about this more because I'm curious about this. I want to know more about this, about what was read to you. And James, you want us to just call back right now?
Hey, let me ask you something before you guys call back. I got a message from Joe. Is it cool with you guys if he calls in? So I can have the three of you guys on the phone.
Cool with us.
It's cool with you?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. I want to. Okay.
Absolutely.
So it's
right there.
okay for sure. All right, then cool. Call back, and then I'll have him call in too.
Yep.
All right, Joe. If you could call the other number, call the 3577 number. I'll send you a message too. All right, there we go. All right. So hey, thank you and welcome to You Have a Collect Call From. For like I said, like I was talking a little bit earlier on, you should definitely take a little stroll down to our YouTube account at Collect Call From. It's right here on the screen. Go to the playlist and check out all the other stories, you know, that the individuals have shared with us. And there they are. They're calling right back. And let me go ahead and plug it in. Let me see here.
Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
This call is now being
un
recorded.
individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California.
Hey, welcome,
Esta
Sophie.
llamada y su número
Thank you.
de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
5.
Gracias por utilizar Global Calling.
Gave me flashbacks, bro.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, my boy?
What's up, Dougie?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you got us on
Yeah,
Can you
speaker?
hear me?
Yeah, do you got us on speaker?
No, I'm on Bluetooth. Want me to take it off?
Yeah, it sounds a little bit distorted.
Distorted. Okay,
Can
hold on.
you
Let me
hear
put
us?
these in the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay. Hey, James, it's funny that you said about that chick getting her booked or that person getting booked and looking like they had plugged their finger into a socket. I'm gonna tell you a story about something like that one time when whenever we're done doing what we're doing right here about how when I got booked over there one time in the Horseshoe, I actually got booked with somebody just like that. It was crazy.
Okay, I'm here now.
People in here like that.
All right, cool, for sure.
Joe, what's cracking,
Everybody,
my boy?
mic check.
I
Chickity
checked,
check, microphone check one.
Yep. We're out here
Hey,
kicking
hey,
back,
hey.
still in the same damn cell.
Okay, James, we'll get together. Well, before anything, we'll get together and we'll do one. And I just happen to be stumbling. I seen James every now and then. I see him up there, and I see him watching those videos he's talking about. And I heard you guys, and I just stayed on, you know. Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
I send my love to you guys, all the guys out there, and yeah.
So
What's up, Dougie? How's everything going?
let me.
It's going good. Yeah, go ahead, James.
Joe just joins us right now. Joe was formerly he was a former lifer. He was in prison before, and if you go to our profile right here on TikTok, if you click on one of the first three videos that are pinned, we captured his release from from the life sentence back in March. I was there live. I was fortunate enough to hang out with him that whole day, and it was definitely a very emotional experience. Seeing that and seeing him reconnect with his wife and his family and man, really touching,
After
really touching
27
moment.
years of incarceration.
Yeah, he did 27 years. Stepped out the door. Sentenced to die in prison. That's what a life sentence was meant to do at first.
And he got himself out after 27
Yep.
years of incarceration.
And that's why I asked, before we were off that last call, it's like, all right, well, prison, the purpose of prison was to punish. And what did that accomplish? It accomplished nothing. It accomplished where people were not even, it was turning people into animals in this place. People were coming in here. We were, it was just a giant free-for-all in here.
When it was about punishment, it resulted in more hopelessness.
That's what it was. And people were actually coming in here for smaller sentences like myself, and we left as monsters. I didn't come out of the womb guns blazing. I wasn't like that. I played the part just like any other little wannabe cholo when I was younger. I had guns on me. I was, banging the hood. I would get in a little fights here and there, but I wasn't trying to take nobody's life. I wasn't trying to do none of that stuff. I would look for excuses to get away, but there was a point in time where, I started coming in here and I started putting in work and ended up in the shoe. And when I left a killer. I left a monster. It's just what it was. And there was, I wanted to be in the thick of it for the wrong reasons. Like I wanted to hurt people after a while. And that's what punishment did. Unfortunately, 3 of us on this line that we know of, because you never know what the hell James was up to before, But 3 of us on this line right now, yeah, we were incarcerated for taking somebody's life. 3 out of 4 people on this line right now that you guys are listening to, and that's what punishment does to people. Whoever influenced us in the past, yeah, we didn't, like Jesse and Joe, they came in young, but they were influenced by somebody and was probably a result of punishment. That lifestyle.
No.
But yeah.
No, you know what too?
Go ahead, Joe.
And what you're saying, right? Like, we can all attest that the COs, they're not the same COs from the past. The past was more rugged, more ruthless, more violent.
It was.
We were more rugged, ruthless, violent. So when you come into a environment like that, even the COs are trying to be badass. So, for me speaking, I always thought I was badass, right? In the streets, I was always trying to outdo the next, right? So when I came to prison, I still have that mentality. But it doesn't help that the COs think they're crazier than you. So then you have to pump up like, fuck you, I'm crazier than you, And on top of that, now that I'm out, I can tell you guys more. Out here, the work environment, the job force, all that changed too.
Yeah.
So they're used to a more rugged, tougher environment, right? But in today's generation,
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
it's just like prison. Everybody got better out here. Laws got better. OSHA got better for safety. Moms got better at raising their kids. Dads got better at raising their children. Like, it wasn't just prison that changed, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The whole thing turned around. And I'm glad prison was a part of the turnaround too. Because even out here, I hear them talking about, man, when I grew up, my parents, man, and now we treat our kids, appropriate, I want to say. The dads spend time with their children. The dads are I'm going to tell you like this. When I go shopping, when I go buy groceries, I'm by myself. And I see other dudes right there, and they're picking up the phone, and they're like, babe, I don't know where this is at. And I look at them, and I'll be laughing. I'll be like, it's over there, fool. I had that problem last month, right? So what I'm saying is it took a big old a change. And now you see men shopping.
It was an evolution.
Evolution. We evolutionalized, all of us. Like, not just us as prisoners.
Evolved.
Out here, too.
Yeah.
So when I'm shopping.
Society as a whole.
Yeah, society. Society as a whole, the cops, the workforce, women's rights out here, publicizing like, hey, that's wrong to do that to a woman in the workforce. That's wrong to do that to a woman. Period. That's inappropriate. Like everything changed. The only thing that changed for the negative that I can see out here or in the world was the homeless people.
Economy.
That's
economy.
That's what took the homeless people rose in them, and no help, or maybe help, but maybe drugs are too crazy. I don't know, but it rose. But everything else took a decline. Everything else took a step back. Everything else reevaluated the situation and said we could do better. And that's what I see. And I seen that in prison, but now I get to see it out here too.
That's cool.
That's good shit.
That's different because we're not used to that.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, because it's like a time capsule in here.
Yeah.
We watched it change in here, but as you know, Joe, it didn't start changing until a few years back. For the longest time,
I know.
Here, everything was like at a standstill.
Yeah, because I'm just like Jesse. The last my few last years in there, I would say my 4 last years in there was where I really anchored in and changed, you know. And prior to that, I mean, I was stuck in a arrested development mindset. Like I was still living like a 14-year-old kid. I was still living like a teenager, caring about everything that mattered to me when I was 14 years old. Everything. And prison didn't help it. They talk about violence, like David was talking about violence. You go in, right? There's other things that help you stay stuck. And for me, it was a word called disrespect. You know, because that's an easy word to say. And then as children going into prison, I gravitated to it like nobody gave me respect on the streets. That's what I felt like when I entered prison, because all of a sudden everybody respected me. And all of a sudden that disrespect word was so strong. Like that can kick off a riot. And he disrespected me. The whole place is jumping. But at the same time, we're children, and we stay stuck like that for over 2 decades, but we don't really know that disrespect is, hey, that man hurt my feelings. So if we knew that, imagine how many times we wouldn't have reacted if we knew he hurt my feelings. Because when I'm a little kid, I think I don't have no feelings. And it's like emotions are for girls. Like we're biased at that time. So I'm emotionless. So if somebody would have taught me, like, hey, fool, the reason you're mad is because he hurt your feelings. He made you feel some type of way. Then, you know, who knows how far we could have evolutionized back then. But you stay stuck because you say the word, oh, he disrespected me. And we're going to kick it off. Why? He disrespected the homie. We don't even care to hear nothing else after that. It is what it is. Everyone's doing what they do. Yeah.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Hey guys, let me ask you, because I got 2 questions from 2 different individuals here on TikTok. We got a question from Lisbeth. She's asking, is there anything in particular that they look forward to when they get out?
She's referring to me or them, or both of us?
Who both of you guys could answer it, because we got.
You guys answer first.
Answer. Man, because we're still in here, so we don't have a man. I think just going to work. Like I want to just go to work. I want to just like it's not about food. It's not about, you know, I get family visits in here, so like I eat real food. You know, I go out there every few months and with my wife and we eat and stuff like that. It's not that. It's like go to the beach, I guess, you know. But I just want to, like, the way Joe has been living his life and just going to work every day and, you know, collecting that paycheck and buying his car. Like, I just want to do that. I just want to do normal things.
Yeah, you basically just want real people problems. Like
I do. That's it.
Yeah. Same thing. I just want to be able to go out there and take a breath of fresh air, living life as a respectable man. You know, like the truth about it is, you know, for these guys that know me, you know, like say I've had all this shit. You know, I've been dealing drugs since I was 12 years old. I've been a gang member. You know, all this, but I've never lived truly a respectable lifestyle out there in society. You know, one that my kids could be proud of, one that my family could be proud of, one that I could be proud of. So for me, it's like Dave said, you know, we have a great job waiting for us out there. We have great opportunities as a result of that job. So the biggest thing I'm looking forward to right now is going out there and capitalizing on that opportunity and moving up in my job, you know, and just showing the people who are extending those opportunities to us why it was a good idea,
Yeah.
and to be able to provide for my family and take care of myself and earn an honest day's wage. You know, we work in here now that I have strong work ethic.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting paid pennies on the dollar. You know, people get paid crumbs for their hard work. Where like now you want to go out there and you want to show that work ethic, show that discipline, show what life is about. You know, and just be a man that my kids could be proud of, my family could be proud of.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's what's so important to. That's all I think about, really. You know.
Okay.
Nothing else.
And
Yeah, it's not.
and
I
I'll
don't think
answer.
it's
I'll
particular
answer.
things.
Okay, and I'll answer last. Well, obviously, I'm the only one of us three that's out here, and I'm gonna say something to both of you. When you get out, you feel it. You're like, hell yeah! I mean, right? You there's all these joys, and even now, I had a conversation with somebody in the morning that I knew since I was a little kid, and they were like, dang, well, I ain't even did that, you know? And I just always said, like, you know what I mean? Let me out, you know? And now I'm out, I think 9 months. I think that's where I'm at, 9 months, because I got out March, but I got out the 27th, so the month was over. You know, my first month started the next month, right?
Yep.
I'm already going to buy the house.
So you've been out 10 months.
And I talked to Jesse about this. I talked to Jesse about this. 10 months. And I'm already, I'm like 2 months away from buying my house. And in my parole plans, and of course, when you buy a house, I'm not putting the whole $600K, $700K, you know what I mean? You put your down payment, first home buyers, right? You do all that. And then you start paying monthly, like everyone else that buys house. They're 30-year commitments, 25-year commitments, whatever the case may be. But I'm there, and the house looks beautiful, bro. And that's when she asked that question. I don't know if that's my biggest want, right? That's what I'm doing. That's gonna happen, but I don't think that's what I want. That's just going through the motions. But when my friends and people that know me from a kid and they see me come out, like they seen a million fools come out. And at the same time, I remind myself, like, them fools weren't lifers. Them fools went to prison, whatever yards they went on, they went out, they came back, right? So my small group, like, I think I'm impressing everybody, you know, that I know. And to me, it's just normal. It's just like, this is what we knew what was going to happen when we came
Le
home.
queda un restante de 60 segundos.
But that's where I'm at in my life right now. And I got the newborn. So Pampers and formula and a baby seat or this, you know what I mean? That you're constantly buying that stuff. But I'm still there, able to get the house. In like 2 months, 3 months, I'm gonna be moving out and getting the house. You know, and for my wife, she's been out here all this time, but this is gonna be her first house too. You know what I mean? So, I take I love being able to do that. And when you call back, I'm gonna tell you something else. Yes, I take pride in that.
Yep.
James?
Hey, we're gonna give you a call back.
Oh,
we're gonna give you a call back right now, James, so we could continue this conversation.
All right, cool. That'll work. We'll be waiting. All right. So,
hey, James?
Yeah, Joe.
Even I didn't get a chance to tell you, but I text and I say Happy Thanksgiving, and I always follow through on the holidays with you, but I never got a chance to tell you how they made me feel. And when you get released, you feel the freedom, right? But when you get your first holiday, I think you feel it all more. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like none of that happened and you're getting released again.
This call is now being recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello.
James.
Hey, so
I want to hear what Joe was saying. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, I was telling James about Thanksgiving. I was telling James about Thanksgiving. And when you guys seen how happy I was when I got out, right? And that happiness doesn't stop. And I shared with you guys, like, every time you get something from an ARC or CEO or any organization you're with, any accomplishment, right? Going from the house, having to come home at 8 o'clock, and then they say you could come home at 10 o'clock. It feels good. Getting your permit, it feels good. You don't even got the car yet. Getting the car, it feels good. Getting insurance feels good. Every step, your ID, your social, every step feels great. But when you get your first holiday, it feels like none of that happened, and you get another huge sense of happiness, of gratitude.
Yeah.
And that's how my holidays went. You know, I got that for Thanksgiving. Go ahead.
It's because you can appreciate it on a whole nother level now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like my first holiday ever. Because, you know, when we were little kids, I was one of the first guys to try to get everyone back out on the streets. And they'll be like, "Fool, it's Christmas." I'll be like, "Man, still getting with that. You know, come to the street." And eventually you'll have 20 fools in the streets again, right? And they should be at home at Christmas with their families.
Yeah.
But I'm over here dragging them out one by one. If I could get one, we could get two. If we could get two, we get three, right? That was my first feeling of a holiday. You know? And it's crazy because I never used to believe in, like, Thanksgiving or, like, in my mind, I was real anti-government, so I'll be like, that's other shit, you know? Give me Cinco de Mayo, you know what I mean? But I felt it this year. And then
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
That Thanksgiving, one of my nieces had mentioned she'd never been to Disneyland. So then I was like, well, what's up? Like I got you. And she looked at me like, what? She put her head back, like her eyes, and I was like, no, for real. And then I just recently took her, I think in the beginning of this month or the ending of, no, it was the beginning of this month. I took her to Disneyland, bro. And that cost a pretty penny, you know? And I didn't really realize how much it was going to cost, but it doesn't even matter, bro. Because even when we were there, I knew I was in deep. And I was still spending like crazy, like, get this. And they were like, no, I'm good. And I was like, no, fool. I told them some shit like, because they were trying to watch this and watch that. And I was like, look, I don't care about your calories. You take care of that shit on your own time. Like, I see that little machine you got in your house. You do that, and everyone was laughing. I was like, right here, you're going to eat. We ain't coming over here all the time. We eat stuff in your face, you know? Yeah. And I did that. Yeah. And then Christmas came. And, bro, I spent like 2 G's. This is my first Christmas out, remember. I spent 2 G's on Christmas presents, and that was like 5 or 6 different family holds, you know? I was literally driving like Santa Claus, pulling over, getting Christmas presents out, and then I'll text them, be like, hey, open the door, and I'll take off. Ooh, I wouldn't even say it because I was trying to hit so many houses, right? But that felt good, bro. I mean, that felt stupid good, you know? Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's appreciating the moments that we took for granted when we were out there.
Yeah, and you guys are when you guys get out, you're gonna think back after you start doing it, and you're gonna be like, I know what he meant now, because I don't think we can explain it. You know, you just and I don't think no one else is gonna get it. Like if you're a 5-year guy and you did 5 years in prison and you came home, you're not gonna feel what I felt, but you guys will, because you guys are in my shoes. You know, when you don't know you're ever coming home again, that's a different kind of inmate. That's a different kind of appreciation. That's why we never come back. That's why we come out of prison. We do good. We never come back. Yeah.
Yeah. It's different. I got out before, and I didn't appreciate it. You know, I didn't work on myself at all. You know, I wasn't in touch with like how serious the situation was. And look, when they slammed that door on me, I still didn't learn. You know, it took a long time, man, for me to really look inward and
wake up,
realize, hey, you're the problem. I'm the problem. Yeah, I'm not. It's nothing. It's not the system. It's not the gangs. It's no. I'm putting myself in these situations, and I put myself back in the system time and time again. I'm the problem. I need to wake up. Yeah, you know, and I did, man. And I believe I'm ready. You know, I'm ready. Now I got to finish doing my time. Yeah, I still got a lot of time left, but you know, things are changing. I'm going to court. I'm trying to see if because I know Fischler, he's gonna show up. And he wants to bring somebody. Maybe we could bring you too. It's not gonna be for a while.
Oh
though.
yeah.
But
no, for sure. I will go with him, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to go out there and he's going to talk to the judge and stuff. And, for the viewers that don't know, my case got called back for resentencing. And I was sentenced originally, well, right now, I'm sentenced to 40 years to life. I got 15 to life for second degree, 187, and I got 25 to life for use of a firearm. So, I'm up for that. I'm up for getting that 25 to life removed. So, I'm doing everything that I'm doing everything that I can, but it helps with people from the community go and speak up, and hopefully, James, you can find a way to stream it.
You know what? I think that court that you're gonna go
that
to.
was Jesse in the background.
what happened?
No. When's the last time you guys heard this? Look, give me the chupon. When's the last time you guys heard this? Give me the chupon. Come on, look at this. You want the chupon? Oh, he's not crying no more, guys. I let Ricky Black hear a baby cry, and he was like, I haven't heard that noise in so long, He's just looking around.
Put him on the phone at my mom's house. Yeah.
I cry myself to sleep every night like a baby.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like Jesse in the background. He's getting in touch with his what do you call it? His genuine self, his one true self.
One true self.
Yeah. No, but what did you say, James? That court?
Oh yeah, I think that court they do offer online streaming.
Broadcasting?
Yeah, broadcasting. Yeah, so I just got to reach out to the court. So if they do allow me, then most definitely we will share that with our audience, because I know they like looking at those court cases, the online ones. So doing this, doing that, and it's all coming full circle. So they're getting they're not just getting what happens in court. They're getting the whole what happens when you go to prison and what happens when you come home after prison.
Well, James, they're gonna fall in love with David because you'll be looking at some crackheads. So they're gonna fall in love with David when you show him.
Yeah. I'm all put together. Yeah, I'll go without my shirt on. No, everybody gives me so much shit about that.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't find, because when I went to trial, when I took my case to trial, the news camera was actually in there when I did my opening statement, and you don't think you could find the actual news broadcasting when I was actually representing myself?
If they uploaded it to YouTube or like a platform, then yeah. Or I could also try to reach out to the news stations to check if they archived any of that stuff. If they did, then yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
They always do.
Yeah.
I'm a pro at that. Yeah, they did, because I used to watch when I was out there. When I was out there on the streets, I was all over the news before I came in, right? And I had found all the news stories, the videos, and they're in the archive. And later on, years later, after I was locked up for a while, I got one of those things, and I was able to find it again too.
Oh, okay.
So you just have to know what stations they were, and the only stations it could have been
NBC,
CBS 2,
ABC,
NBC. What they call them KMIR. Yeah. So it would be KMIR out there is NBC, and it would be News 3. And then you could go on there. Oh, it's KESQ. Yeah, so you go under KESQ or KMIR, and then you could find it, and then you could just you type in his name, and it'll show the videos.
What news did you guys get in Calipat?
We got KMIR.
So it's KMIR because the homies see me on the news.
Yeah, KMIR. So that's easy to find. You just type in your name, and then boom, it'll pop up with the year, and then you find those easy. But that'd be crazy.
You're going to have to find me, James. You're going to have to find me. You're going to see me in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Because they had a big-ass camera set up in the background, and they aired it. It was on the news and stuff where I was doing my opening statement.
And you know what's crazy about my case and my situation is that no matter what happens, I'm going to be resentenced to life again. And because I have 2 life sentences right now. So that's going to be kind of like it's a sobering thing to hear. Like, even though I know things are changing and laws are changing and stuff like that, but to be sentenced to life in prison, that's an ugly feeling. It's something that you don't like to hear. It's like, man,
You know, you're probably
And
it's probably gonna hurt you more now than it did the first time.
Yeah, I've thought about that. It's gonna be because I go to court. I go to court next month on the 25th, but I'm doing it through video court. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna put it off again. They're gonna put it off for they're gonna put it off until at least a year. So these are just postponements.
Yeah.
Little Oasis, he's going bonkers on.
No, I'm trying to. Well, sometimes. Well, he don't really cry, right? But when he gets hungry and he's getting hungry, I could tell. He start. That's when he lets off. You know. Aside from that, he don't make no noise.
Well, when Jesse gets like that, I kind of just
these are the warnings.
Milk.
These are the warnings. That he's giving me the warnings. These are subtle. Yeah, and then he's gonna let off. I want him to let off right now.
That's it.
Hey guys,
there he goes.
I'm gonna restart the stream on TikTok because we just got flagged right now. So just give me a moment. Let me go ahead and reset it back up, and we'll be back like in 2 seconds.
Okay.
All right.
I wonder why we got flagged.
It said something about talking about themes that make people uncomfortable or something along those lines. So I just started back up.
Identify yourself. Comment person who put that.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about.
We see you, user 2957.
I was talking about. Jesse getting some more milk. So that probably did it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Don't repeat it. Don't repeat it. Don't repeat it. Yeah. We're investigating right now.
All right.
You know who does this?
We're back in the game.
You know, I could have
we're
swore
back online.
that Scorpio Rising does that from time to time. It's a rumor out on the theater. Insane.
Her ears are ringing right now if she's not in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, we know it's you. Yeah, she's in the chat. She just did under another name. Some other name that's linked back to her that we can find immediately. We have all her handles.
Yeah.
My wife investigates that kind of stuff. And my wife is like, who's this chick right here? And boom, she's like, oh, okay, that's her. We get it.
She pops up with 4 bunk profiles that she goes and spies on people with, huh?
Yeah, and you know the funny part is she'll criticize us on 3 of them and support us. Hey, no, she'll criticize us on one and she'll be like, these guys are making me feel uncomfortable. And then on the other one, she'll be asking questions under a whole nother name.
while we're making
yeah, like it'll be like,
oh, James.
Hey.
I didn't know you guys had one of those. Okay. Hey. I've been out of the field in a minute, huh?
Hey, you see, this is what it is. One of those. No, you know what? I just pieced it all together. She has different profiles for different personalities. That's what it is.
Sure. She's too goody. So when she wants to be a little, she got that profile too,
Yeah.
Hey guys, but
no, other one she'll be like, these guys are saying negative stuff, man. I don't like them. And then another one she'll be like, way to go, guys, under a whole other profile,
Great stuff, great content.
Faces, laugh out loud, and laughing emojis.
What were you gonna say right now, James?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I was gonna go ahead and move away from the topic and go back onto a question right here that we got.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
From one of the viewers here.
Even GTL got us right now. Yeah, go ahead.
And let me see, what was the question right here?
GTL.
She got
the 60 seconds done faster.
Let me see. Okay, so they let me see. Yeah, hold on. Where's the question? It was a good one too. It was something about re-entering society. Oh, okay, we got a question
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
From Anna. She's asking James, can you ask them?
Personalities are getting us.
Can you ask them if they are scared to re-enter society?
Hey, I'm going to answer that when we call back. That's a great question.
All right. Okay.
The answer is no. But
hell yeah. Hell no. I'll answer that too while they're calling back, James.
Okay.
There was zero fear in coming back to society, and as that might be a shock to her because she asked the question, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of my family and friends too, they were like, "How's it feel? Are you okay?" Like I'm like, "What are you so tripping on?" And they're like, "Da da 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 da." I'm like, "I'm good." I just need to get away from the house, the transitional house. I need to get off parole, and I'm straight, right? Those were my only concerns. That's my only concerns, you know.
Hey, and did you get off parole already?
No,
Oh, okay, okay. I was like,
that's
damn,
a negative.
that's
I'm still
quick.
on parole.
This call is now being
Global
recorded.
Link. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
5.
Gracias por utilizar Global Link.
Hello, hello.
James. Yeah. Hey, to answer that question, because it's already started. Well, go ahead. Wait. Tell me what you got.
So Fischler, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Fischler just sent over. He sent over a 1999 for you guys. So we'll go ahead and add that. We'll go ahead and add that, and I'll shoot that over to you guys whenever. And just wanted to throw that out there. Shout out to Fischler Soka for doing that. Highly appreciated. It's not required, but it's always appreciated.
Yep, good looking out. Gracias, bro. We appreciate that.
Yep. No, that's cool. I appreciate that too. Thank you very much, OG. So
OG.
Yep, OG. No,
that's going in my Can-Am fund.
It is.
I'll be racing out there.
No, it's for my ostrich skin boots, Jesse. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, so I got when it comes to getting out, I'm not scared to go home now. Before it was different. I was afraid to go home and afraid of like just letting people down. I don't have that fear no more at all. I feel so like everything's gonna be okay for the first time in my life. No matter what happens, I take responsibility for why I'm in prison. I did what I'm here for. You know, I might have a difference in opinion on the circumstances and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I take responsibility for what I did. It didn't have to happen, and it did. And I'm trying to be a better person every single day. And the way that I'm doing that is by helping people. I'm in service to my community. I'm a mentor for many people. I'm a tutor for a lot of people. I'm educating myself. They offer us programs here now, and not everybody's willing to take those opportunities, you know. And I don't want to say not everybody's eligible for it, but they just don't have a lot of room for it right now. The college program that we have, Jesse and I, we're taking Imperial Valley College right now, and we're in person. We got in-person classes. We're studying for our degree in psychology, but we're also going to get degrees in sociology, behavioral sciences, and Jesse's got a business degree coming. Those are for associate's degrees, and this is the only prison in California that has San Diego State University working with the institution for a bachelor's degree, and Jesse and I are going to start that program in August. We're already on the list to enroll in San Diego State University. We're going to be university students, you know, and I can't believe it. You know, I can't believe that I'm so lucky to be in the system as it's changing, and that I'm in a place in my life to where I'm not on any substances. I'm not committing violence. I'm not involved in anything, and I'm a student. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a friend. You know, I get to be Jesse's friend. I've known Jesse a long time, you know, since we were young, since we were kids. And I'm his friend, though. I'm not his homeboy no more. Yeah, so sometimes that's my homeboy right there, you know, stuff like that, but it's different. That I can actually be his friend. I don't have to be worried that one of these days I'm going to do something stupid and freaking and get whacked by freaking someone or vice versa, you know? Like, hey, Dave's in a lot of trouble, Jess. You should probably stay away from him.
We need a favor, Jesse. We need a favor, Jesse.
Yeah,
he gotta go.
Yeah, we need a favor, Jesse. Yeah,
you're closest
to have to whack your friend. You know?
Yeah, you're closest to him. You know what you got to do. He's your celly.
Yep. But the thing is, none of those things apply to us no more. You know, but and we're going to go home, and we're going to go home with degrees, with bachelor's degrees. You know, we're going to go home to a good job, to people, to a support network, to our boy Joe that's on his phone right here, that's already establishing things and showing us the way. It's not like biting into a giant piece of mystery meat. Joe has made, and thank God it's him, because a lot of people make mistakes, but we have people out there that are like brothers to us that have made the mistakes and overcome obstacles, and they're going to show us how. Where something doesn't work out, we don't be like, all right, well, it's over. Hey, Joe, I'm going to go pick up a pound now. No, it's not. I'm going to pick up another phone.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up a phone. Hey, it just didn't work out. What do we got here? Well, we got these resources. Why don't you try this? I'm a little short on cash right now. He's like, don't worry about it. Let's take you over here. This is the organization that helped me get some clothes. This is the organization that's helping here. This is that. And that takes away the fear. I can set up my...
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I can set up not only my relapse prevention plan, because that's it, we have common sense ways to navigate that, but also my release plans, my parole plans are going to be sound. They're going to be realistic because I have friends out there that have made this journey. I know what to put there. I know what to put to the side, what to put for later on. I'm not going to buy a house in a year. I'm going to put that as my 5-year plan.
No, I said 2 years. It's coming sooner. Yeah, I was ambitious.
But those
I know.
things can, though. Yeah, but those things can happen in a year. But at least we have that assistance out there. We have that support network. We have that community. Jesse's gone. Jesse will be home next year. He'll be granted suitable this year. And it's...
Yeah, I'll be out by next summer.
Yep.
And to answer that question, everything Dave said, I can second that. I do have a little bit of I do have a little anxiety, a little apprehension, a little bit, only because, like I said, I grew up in here. I've done everything I have to over the last 4 years, and I'll do it over the next year to continue to prepare myself and ensure that my success when I am released. But there is a little bit of anxiety, just like, man, because I know the world is a different place, and after being gone 25 years, not only that, like my kids were babies when I left, and now they're grown ups. My daughter's going to college. My other daughters, got working. It's just like, when I think about it, like, man, these aren't kids anymore. These aren't kids. My one daughter's working 2 jobs. And it's like I'm sitting there looking at, like, man, these young, they were kids, they were little kids, just 10, 15, 20 years ago, and now they're living grown up lifestyle, So for me, it is a little, I do get a little like anxiety just the thought of it, but I think it's more of just excitement, and a little bit of the unknown, because even though we can prepare as much as we want to prepare, there's definitely going to be variables that were unexpected. There's definitely going to be variables, but I welcome those. I welcome those challenges because, like Dave said, we've done all the work that we need to do to prepare ourselves, and where before, if I ran into a brick wall, I always had the option of the life of crime, and it was always there for me. I know that's not an option anymore, so I know that there's always another option that I can, if things don't go the way I hope they would or I anticipate they would. There's always another option, and I know coming back is never an option, So it's exciting. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this year so that I could actually be in that place where it's like, man, I'm going home next year. And it'll be, like I said, it'll be after being in here 25 years, and it's just a crazy feeling. I talk to my family, and they're just like, man, we know you're. I was talking to my daughter the other day. She's 24 years old, and she's going to college in L.A. And she, she's just like, man, Dad, this is it. Like I know you're gonna be home soon. And it's just a trip to hear that because I can hear it in her voice. And she knows I'm coming home, and that just makes and it's a good feeling because she's never had that hope and that faith before. Because up until 4 or 5 years ago, I was never doing anything to get out of prison. I was okay with dying in here because this was the life that I had chose to live, and this is what I expected. So it just. Now I look back and it's like I can't believe I wasted 19 years in prison. I can't believe that I wasted, my whole life. I look back, I have, nephews and nieces that are teachers and professor at the college that I go to, my nephew, and things like that. And it's like, damn, like I could have been doing the shit they're doing, but instead I'm sitting here in prison, barely growing up in my 40s, So I'm going to start my life at 45 years old, And so it's just, it's a trip. So, yeah, to answer your question, I'm not afraid. I'm actually excited about it. but I do get a little bit of anxiety thinking about it. That's just me, though. I'm just an anxious person.
It's a little,
and I feel like this place is holding me back a little bit.
It's a little impatient, you know.
It is.
Yeah,
it is, Jesse,
yeah.
and it is a beautiful start at 45 again, bro. Again, remember, I'm 45. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I like I said, I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm gonna make the best of what's left. You know, I've already wasted what was behind me, so I'm definitely gonna make the best of what's left. I'm gonna capitalize, like you said. I'm gonna appreciate every moment and capitalize on every moment I got moving forward, because ain't no telling how much time is ahead of you. You know.
Yeah, I know, and keep in mind how long I've been out. Does it feel long to you guys or no? Because you guys are who I left. For the audience that don't know, I was on the yard with them. So does it feel long?
Yeah, we were on the phone. No, it didn't seem like no year though.
No, yeah, we were on the phone. Like, the people that go listen to that or watch the video, like that was us on the phone with them. Like when he left out of here.
Yeah.
We said bye to him when he left, and then when he went out of the gate, we were looking out the window. Now we couldn't see. We were looking out the window, watching them.
We're looking out the window like bye. He was waving bye. The wind was blowing his shirt.
Yeah, he's not even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
and
bro.
then,
I can still see
the
twinkle in his eye.
We were on the phone.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
we were on the phone with James when he got in the car. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I'm eating chocolate cake that's barely out of the oven. It's soft. It's warm. It's gooey. That stuff is gooing off. I had to tell you that. Look.
That's cool. Oh yeah.
Today, I had someone tell me, and I get it all the time still. But today is the day I'm talking to you guys. You guys called James. Today, someone told me, I can't believe you're out here with me. And that comes out of a lot of people I know. And and I've been out here this long, and it still comes out. I had surprised everybody. You guys know that. I didn't tell nobody I was coming home.
Yep.
About 5 months after I was out, or maybe even 6 or 7 months after I was out, somebody very near and dear to my heart, they were like, we talk every day almost. And then they called me and they were crying and they were like, I haven't processed.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And that was like 6 months after I got out, after I surprised them. We've been spending all this time together, you know? So it's hard on family. It's hard on friends. Even when they're happy for you, even like this is the best thing that could have happened. But it's still a hard transition for them with everything going perfect and them, you doing so good and everything going good, they still trip out like, dang, we never thought we were going to see you again, you know? So I don't know when that goes away. But like today, I'm telling you, today is the last time someone said it. Yeah, it probably never will.
It probably never will, because every day you're going to be experiencing something different, something new. You know what I mean? Every day is going to be like, man, you're 1 year further, you're 1 day further away from being in here, and people are just going to be like, man, you were gone, especially for you, you were gone 27 years. You know, you left as a 17-year-old teenager, so people are going to be like, what? Like, it's going to take, even when you get older, people are going to sit there and be like, man, I can't believe we're actually here, old, sitting on the steps together when you should have been in jail cells too.
Is it too early?
I know, and I have those moments all the time, Jesse. Huh, David?
I can imagine.
I want to know if it's too early for us to really, really talk about your jacket.
What jacket? No, talk about it.
That jacket.
Because every viewer right now was like, what's he in there for? What kind of jackets you got? Go ahead, speak on it.
Oh, not that jacket.
Thank you for trying to give me some insecurity on nothing that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I forgot all about that. Did they even know that that's called a jacket?
Is it too early to talk about your jacket? Like you're Let me wipe the chocolate off my face first before we get to these girl conversations.
I don't even know if that they know that.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
No,
He's got that
that's
on his
why.
jacket.
Speak
No,
on it. Speak on it.
like-
You can talk about the
Hey,
jacket.
no, I'm talking about the jacket. I'm talking about the jacket. Like,
know.
I want to know after all this
collarless
time, right?
jacket.
The collarless jacket. Do you think about, right? Like how
I bought
far
another one that looks just like it.
entrenched? You don't.
I do. I'll show you a picture. Remember I sent Jesse the picture of my shoes? Remember the shoes I gave him? I bought the same pair? I bought the same jacket out here, bro.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Does it have a collar?
No, it's a collarless jacket, bro. It's a pimp jacket. I don't like you trying to talk about my jacket because you know something's up with you and the jacket, bro. Like, should I have left it to you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gave it to someone else. Yeah.
Hey, that jacket. I think I saw what that jacket could have been.
Hey, thank you, Devs. Highly appreciate that little heart that you sent over. Man, Joe, man, it's definitely, I'm glad you caught this live here, man. It's always
Yeah.
hearing from you and your progress, man. I remember just a few months ago you had told me that you had got a car and you had hooked it up, man. And man, I was happy for you, just hearing about it, on the, everything's like a brand new experience to you. So, and then at Disneyland, man, I know that cost a pretty penny because we took our daughter to Disneyland in October and forget about it, man.
Bro, the tickets cost because I told them and I bought everything, so the tickets cost money.
It's Global
This call is
Telling.
now being
Usted
recorded.
tiene una llamada prepagada de
Before you even go, cost everything's costing,
Yep.
un individuo
the clothes
encarcelado
cost
en
money, the
de la
little toys
prisión
cost money.
estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
5.
Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
James,
Yeah.
and you know why?
Hey,
You know why I feel like it costed money? Because it was right after Christmas, bro. So right after I spent all that money, I go right back to it on the Disneyland thing,
Yep.
And I was like, damn, okay. Okay, what were you saying now, David? Let's go back to you. Spotlight's on you. You got the mic.
Okay. What I was thinking about was, okay, so the jacket, right? Now the jacket was cool. It did its job. It was something that like a lot of people didn't have in here. It didn't have a collar, but it was like they don't give those jean jackets down here. Like most prisons in California give you that jean. Yeah, most prisons in California.
Not
give
that
you a
one.
jean jacket.
That was a Dickies. That was a Dickies jacket. Hold up. That was a
looked like
Dickies
a
jacket
yeah.
in California prison. I bought that jacket. It's not like the state gave it to me. I had to buy it off an inmate, and it was a beautiful jacket, bro. Stop hating on the jacket.
But most of the it was a nice jacket. Yes, it was, Joe. It was a nice jacket. But what I was like the point I was trying to get at, right? Okay, so there's things in prison, right? Like there's stuff in prison that I have, like, and I trip out because my life is pretty much full of cardboard. Like I got this like cardboard thing I made to hold up the books and like my yard dogs and stuff like that, Like I had yard dogs that literally everybody there was a conspiracy to get me for my yard dogs. And I was like, I don't want to get rid of my yard dogs. It had a big old hole in the side of them, and stuff. And I think like, damn, like prison, we get kind of comfortable in this environment. We kind of get what we kind of get like things that
you get attached to things.
Yeah, we get attached emotionally attached to
meaningless
them
things. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And it's crazy, like thinking about all that stuff you have now, And I wonder if you look back at that ever and think about like, you think about certain things like that you had in here, and like, man, it's got to be like a culture shock still,
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Like you own your own car now.
No, I'm gonna tell you like this. I am somebody that will pay $200 for the right pair of shorts in prison, right? Out here you find that stuff for so cheap, bro. For cheap. Okay, the N1 shorts? I got N1 shorts out here too, bro. They're like army, black and blue, black and red. They're like sick, and I'm like, man, if you had this would be gold in there. You could sell this for whatever. They sell jewelry out here, bro, that is fake, that looks so legit. If you took one of those chains into prison, easy $1,000. It's a thou wow right here. Boom, sell it. $10 out here, bro.
Yep.
What I'm saying is,
Yep.
the cost of stuff out here compared to the cost of stuff in there, it's oranges to apples, bro. It's like not even the same. So you could come out here and you could spend money. I got $300 jeans out here. I didn't buy them. Somebody gave them to me. But the point is, I got $300 jeans out here. The other point is, you could buy jeans for like $16, $12, bro. A different brand, but you still. Yeah. So the what I'm saying is the stuff in prison, it's supply and demand. It's lack of. It's nobody has. And if nobody has it, and you're charging me $500, I've done it. You know the stupid earplugs I took off right now? I remember buying earplugs from an Asian in Calipat for $500 because I had it like that, because I wanted it, because I'm like, no, I need that. Out here, there's so much stuff, bro, that you completely forget. The only thing I haven't forgot is like my Louis Vuitton sales or my Gucci sales, like. You know, those are always going to be special to me because not everyone had them in there either. You know, not everybody hooks stuff up like that. Not everybody. So yes. But now it's on a different level because now I'm thinking, I buy the house, I flatten that out, I pull that out, I put this brick driveway, I put this little fountain in the middle. You know, so you still are you, but now you're just doing it to other things. You know, because I'm still like
wallpaper
that.
stuff.
Like even. What do you mean?
You get like that as wallpaper, like
No.
No,
we're grown men.
You can get some Louis paper now.
No. No, but what I'm saying is, you could probably buy Louis furniture. You could probably buy all that if that's your thing. You could probably buy it out here. There's so many options, bro. They got some thing called Offer Up out here. You go up there and buy whatever you want. You go over there, you buy whatever you want. They got some Tumo. Bro, they got websites that strictly sell cheap stuff if you ain't got money and you want stuff, you know? And and then they got people that give away stuff. And then they got people that just work and buy it. Credit card. Took that. I'm making this much a year, I could get that, you know? So there's so much stuff going on. Yeah, you don't miss nothing, I guess. But I still to this day I'll walk out, I go to Disneyland. Guess what I do when I come back home? I'm probably the only adult male doing it, too, because we've been locked up our life. I'll take my shoe off, and I'll scrub the bottom of it, wash it, put it away, put it back in the box, you know? So I still do that, but that's about it, you know? I still do that.
You got to keep your doggies right.
You got to keep your doggies right.
Hey, guys. I want to read a comment off that one of our viewers left, and also I want to read off a question to you guys. And this is live. This is a collect call from David Jesse in Centinela State Prison, which is located in California, in El Valle Imperial. And if you're from the 619, I know you know where that's located. So the comment that I'm gonna read off is gonna be from Ellie H. And he writes, James, tell the guys it's not about where they've been or what you may have done or not done. It's about the person you are today and the steps you're taking to become a better you this day forward.
Amen.
That's
Amen
a powerful
to that
statement, and that's absolutely true.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've all come to that understanding, honestly, because prison's all about dudes talking about the prison's all about dudes talking about the past and what they had and what it was and who they think they are. And that's the difference about being in recovery and living in the community that we live in amongst the individuals that we keep in our circle now is that's what it's all about. It's all about understanding who we are today and who we were meant to be the whole time, and then peeling away all those masks that we carried with us for so long. You know, and all that stuff in the past, there's nothing cool about the experiences that we subjected ourselves to. So it's all about what we're doing today and who we are today and how we can use that moving forward. And everything I've been through in the past, those are experiences that also should help shape me, things that I've learned from them that I'll use moving forward as well. You know, because I'll be able to see the old me and people, and you could see high-risk situations, and it helps make it easier for you to make a difference, to make another turn when you have to.
No, so that's why we don't war dog it, we don't do none of those things. It doesn't matter. And it's embarrassing. Yeah. It's embarrassing to think like, okay, yeah, I spent a lot of time in the shoe. That's not cool. That's embarrassing.
Yep.
I couldn't even function in prison properly. they had to put me in a jail. You know, and it's not a good experience. It's not like, as I got clean, like I've been clean for a long time. And clean for years. And I went through a phase where I was just embarrassed, man, for a long time. Now I'm kind of like, I'm still embarrassed a little bit when I think about things, but I've healed, you know. But I think like, man, I'm just glad I didn't get a damn tattoo on my face or something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I'm trying to get these ones off my hands right now.
Yeah, like that'd be embarrassing. I'd just be staring at it in the mirror all the time like, you idiot.
Yeah, I look at these dudes, got them all over their face and their neck, and it's like, damn, you got that with you for the rest of your life now. Even, until you, I mean, they're doing tattoo removal in here now, so it's awesome. So, like, for me, you know, I have tattoos on my hands and on my head and stuff like that. I can get those off. I'm getting them off, actually. But, you know, it's just for the guys that have a lot of them. It's like, man, that sucks. You know, imagine if you would have put it, you know, if I would have put all that shit on my face.
Put the hood on your face or done some crazy shit. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that have that.
Yeah, I was going to do my throat. That was, like, one of the biggest things. If it wasn't for my wife, like, low-key, I was going to blast my throat. I always wanted to do my throat. For some reason, I always wanted the hood on my throat. And she was like, nope. And I was just like, come on, man. So I was just hoping at some point in time that I have some excuse like, oh, I had to do it.
Hey, let me ask you. I got another question for you. I don't want to ignore the questions because, you know, they are taking their time out of their day to listen to us. I got a question from Anna. And Anna's asking, are they gonna go back to where they're from, or are they gonna start all over?
No way.
So they're not attempted to get back into things.
You want to go first?
I'm not going back to where I'm from. I started, but I'm done. Yeah, I said my piece. I'm not going back. Go ahead, Blue. Yep.
You want me to go next?
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it matters where you go, because I'm gonna tell you one thing, Anna. When you get out from board, it's an extreme process. You could be ready to come home and they tell you no. So they don't just let you. Yeah. They're not just handing out. They're just not opening that door and saying, "Go out, everybody. You know, go out. You guys did good. You guys did your time." That's not how it works. So by the time you come home, if you and people have the right to go back or not go back. But if you cannot go back to wherever you grew up and resist, which should be easy because you were a teenager and now you're an adult, but if you cannot resist temptations, and think about the statement for a bit, what's a 40-year-old man, 45-year-old man have anything in common with a 16-year-old kid, 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid? You shouldn't be in that same bracket. If you are, there's clearly a problem. Yeah, exactly. But the board will see through that. The board's going to see through that immediately. Like, they don't let people out that ain't ready. So the point I'm trying to make is you should be able to walk into any environment and hold yourself accountable, and you should be able to make wise decisions now at this point in your life because of the change, because of the transformation that you have done, that you will be able to go in any environment, in any setting, in any format, and make the most excellent choices, act accordingly, speak appropriately, and walk out with them not even recognizing, not visually recognizing, but demeanor-wise, recognizing that you even grew up there. You should be so far gone from that when you walk away, those teenagers or those people that still live that life are like, oh, he didn't grow up around here. That fool's a square. You know, they shouldn't even be able to see traces of as devastating and deadly as your life was when you were young. They shouldn't even be able to see a trace. I hope I answered that question accurately, James.
Perfect. Nice.
Yeah, definitely. That's 100%. Blue. Joe put it exactly. That's absolutely like we prepare ourselves. Like they don't recommend that you put yourself in any high risk situations. And going back to the water, going back to the neighborhood you came from, stuff like that. That's not advice for anybody. But as far as going back to the general area, like I could go back to my area. I come from a small area. I could go back there and eventually I would be recognized. And you know, it could lead to problems. But the truth about it is, like, I possess the tools today to ensure that I make the right decision. I utilize consequential thinking. I can reframe situations so that I don't allow myself. I don't have to react to anything anybody says or does or my environment. I can respond and I can make the right choice. So, like Joe said, you know, like we're totally different individuals than we were when we left those areas, and so it's that's not the problem. As far as me, I'm not going back to my area. My family's there. You know, I have my you know, my kids are there. Certain things, so I will definitely go back and see, you know, people there. I'll go back and see my family. I have a business, a potential business that I'm going to be starting in that area. So I'll definitely have ties to my old area, but I'm not going to be living there, and I'm not going to be my primary residence and my primary.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And my primary options for my parole plans are all going to be in a totally different county, totally different area. I'm starting over. Like I said, I got a great job from a friend of ours, you know, in a different county. And so that's where I'm going to go and start my life over with my family. And like I said, I have my siblings and, you know, some of my kids may still be in the desert. So it just depends, you know, how much time I spend there, but I won't be living there permanently. But I'm not worried about it. Like Joe said, you know, there's no situation that's going to be thrown at me. I know too much about the life that I used to live before to ever want to be a part of it again.
And you know what? I want to say something.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
I want to say something if she's still listening, and I want to say it really to James and David. I'm in the transitional house.
Yep.
You got to go to the groups. You got to get that stuff out the way. There's like a lot of different transitional houses going to the same groups, right? There's a black gentleman that looks young still. He's like us, had life, grew up, prison preserved him. They put him back in the exact same hood he was from, exact 2 streets over is where he ended up taking someone's life a long time ago, and that was his transitional house. And he will walk past his little homies, because they're all right there. He will walk past them, and he was so far rehabilitated that they won't even recognize him. He'll be like, you know, I just mop past him. I put my hat down a little bit. Don't even look. It's like he's not even there. So if you can't do that, which we all can, you know, then you're not a candidate that will ever be the board's not going to let you out. But what I'm saying is that's a high risk situation for that gentleman that I'm speaking of. It's his own neighborhood that he caught life for, and the person he ended up victimizing was like 2 streets down from the transitional house he was put in. Now I know the board doesn't recommend that, but at the same time, this world isn't perfect, and he's someone that I think slipped through the cracks, or they wouldn't have put him.
This call is now being recorded.
Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
5.
Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and what he said was true, man. And I'm not going back to that area. I'll go there. I got family there and stuff like that, you know. And we might even have like another house there, as when I'm in transitional housing and stuff like that. But I eventually want to relocate, and it's only because of the opportunities I have elsewhere. You know, I have opportunities available to me that are out of the area, and I'm not gonna tie myself down to a specific area because of that's where I was at and that's where I lived for a while and stuff. It's wherever I can be in the best position to support my family. You know, I am married, we have kids, and I want to make sure that I can be there and I can support them. And if I have to live somewhere else temporarily, rent a room somewhere, if I have to commute until I can actually relocate over there to that area, if that's what's best for my family, then that's what we're going to do. You know, and as far as me being in the same spot, like, you know, what Joe said was true. People are not going to recognize me anyway. My wife tells me that all the time. I was with my wife before I came in here, and she tells me, like, look, she goes, you look way different, man. You know, you remember the story, Joe, with me and Ricky here?
No, yeah, that's what I was going to say. To stress what you're saying right now, right? we have another comrade right there, another friend, another brother named Ricky Black, and him and David, they had incident in the past, and they didn't even recognize each other because at that time they're fully in it, both of them. And when you when you change, you know, maybe you don't want to be bald head no more. Maybe you want to grow out your hair for the first time. Maybe you want to part it. Maybe you want to wear glasses. Maybe you want to look like a civilian, an individual, an American, whatever you call it. Maybe you don't want to look like a criminal no more, right? So what I'm saying is David looks like a model. David looks like a plastic figure model. You're welcome. His chiseled. It's like they carved his chest out. They carved his little abs out. They carved his little arms out. And his haircut, he looks like Buzz Lightyear. Like he looks like a figure that should only be done in a cartoon. You know, so I doubt any gang member will recognize. I can't even picture you as a gang member, but I picture you as a business suit and tie type character. I picture you as like,
yeah, for sure.
Dang, Johnny got it going on. Jesse's girl. You know, I picture you like that guy, you know? I picture you like Jesse, you know? Like, damn.
Yeah, for sure. That's right.
Hey.
Yeah, so yeah.
Let me ask you guys another question. We got another question, and this question is coming in from Ostrich. What a coincidence. Ostrich and Ostrich boots. Okay. There it is.
Ostrich skin boots. What's up?
All right. So Ostrich is asking, how do they keep such positive vibes considering the atmosphere and conditions?
Oh man, well I can answer this one off the top. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, para el Ostrich. When we were in the darkest times, when it was black and you couldn't see nothing and you're in the trenches and it's mud to your neck and it's in your ears and you're wiping your eye, wiping the mud away, right? We still had a positive attitude because all that hurt and pain, you don't know how to deal with it, and I think automatically we make a joke out of everything. Like poor homie could be dying on the side of us and we're like, damn, he didn't even see that coming. What a idiot! Like, you know, we're talking so stupid and we're talking so naive, and the homie's going through some pain, and we're just making a joke out of it. You know, and the COs they come, and when you're a new CO, that's shocking to you. You know, but in time, the COs are just like us. They're cracking jokes. They're like, did you see him fucking take that hit? He looked like a pincushion. So everybody is humorous to everybody, and these are ugly ass situations. Excuse my language, but we grow up clowning, joking, a brotherhood. Even in there, even in our most criminal mindset, we cling on to each other. We're like, you know, there's a brotherhood in that, and that brotherhood, there's always been the laughter and the joy. So when we talk about prison being punishment, it is punishment, but I was never one to feel it because in my mind everything was like a joke. You know, everything's my view of life. I probably couldn't deal with the reality. You know, I couldn't deal with the reality because I had life, and I didn't even look at it like I had life. I didn't look at it like I had life till my mom lost her house in the 2008 economy. That's the first time I ever looked at it like, fuck.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Prior to that moment, and that was 11 years in the system. 11 years, I went like a dummy. You know, through all the tough and rough and tough shit, it was a joke. You know, it starts hurting when you're trying to come home. It starts hurting because when you're trying to come home and when you see everything you have to do, you realize that I fucked up, and I can't believe I fucked my whole life up, and I never even seen it. So then the pain, that shit just becomes overwhelming sometimes, you know, because it's all hitting for the first time, and it's heavy because all the rest of the time you just laughed it off. Ha, 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 ha. The cop's like, I'm going to write you up. I don't give a fuck, you stupid ass. Ha. All the homies laugh, you know, so the humor kind of is embedded in us from my standpoint.
Yeah, me, I feel like I'm just free. I feel like I was just a slave to my own, you know, to my madness for a long time, and like what he was saying was also true. You know, I didn't take nothing serious. I was always just kind of consumed by whatever was going on and went with the flow. And I was around my people. Like these were, like I was more comfortable in here than I was out there in society. You know, these were like that brotherhood that he was talking about. You know, but it's crazy that I've risen out of my defects. I've taken control of my life. And if I have to spend the rest of my life in prison, that's a consequence of my actions out there. Somebody is gone. There's a family out there that will never be complete again because of my actions. And I've accepted that. I've accepted responsibility for that. And I'm not going to continue living in anguish anymore. You know, yes, I feel empathy and I feel remorse for what I did. I'll feel that every single day of my life. And now my life has to go on.
Yeah. And the way I see it is I have no reason to be miserable. Yeah. My circumstances, no matter what they may be, are all self-inflicted. And it's the opposite. You know, I took a man's life. I've hurt a lot of people in the past, people who didn't ask for it, people who didn't have it coming, period. You know, nobody has it coming. And so when I look at it, when I think about any circumstance that may not be to my liking, I don't have a right to be miserable because the things that I've done to other people are definitive. You know, I don't ever get to undo the harm that I've done to people. So any uncomfort, you know, anything I have to deal with that's uncomfortable to me, I take it in stride. Not only that, like Joe said, most of my life I live 5 minutes at a time. I couldn't see past my nose, let alone the circumstances that I was in, and I made the best of every moment because I wasn't worried about the next one. You know, it's like I'm living here and now. And now that I'm in my recovery, now that I'm doing what I'm doing, I've transformed my life, I'm excited about what the future holds because for once I'm finally living. You know, I was literally living inside of a box that I had put myself in, and I wasn't worried about it because it was like, whatever, worry about it. Like Joe said, you know, the cops start bitching, prison sucks, oh well, that's just one less thing I got to worry about. Lock the door, put me in here, and we literally lived in that short-sighted vision. So now it's like Dave said, for once in my life, I'm actually free. You know, no matter what it is, for the first time in my life, I'm actually free. You know, I'm not shackled to addiction. I'm not shackled to gangs. I'm not shackled to all this resentment. I'm not shackled to all this displaced anger and all this, you know what I mean, these emotions that I didn't understand before. You know, I've begun to heal. I've begun to forgive. And so the way I see it now is this is just a season in my life. You know, and soon life will get even better. And even if those problems come to me, I'm looking forward to them. I consider it a privilege and an honor to be able to have those problems in my life because I took for granted, you know, the first damn near 40 years of my life.
Yep. That's what it is. You know, James.
Yeah.
Are you there, James?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm just soaking it all up. I'm trying to rehabilitate. I'm trying to rehabilitate myself with your wisdom and your insight.
You better rehabilitate that brocha one time.
Whip that motherfucker up with some soul glow.
We want everybody to help. We want everybody to. That's if you could take away anything from our conversation tonight. If you're new here, if you've been listening for a while, we want everybody to know, hey, look, no matter what you've done in your life, you can always change course. No matter who you were, no matter what kinds of situations you're dealing with out there, you can find success and you can find peace in your life. You could get out, you know, you can get out of that prison within your own mind, within your heart, and you could be free. You know, it takes a lot of work. We've worked on ourselves extensively. A lot of people don't have that chance out there. Life is so busy. You know, we got about 4 minutes left. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You got the 4 minutes. I was going to say,
we got 4 minutes left on this.
Go ahead. David.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
We got 4 minutes left on this call, and because James said that he had to wrap this up at 6, so I just wanted to keep that in mind as we move forward.
Before I forget, so Ostrich, he also sent some money your way. So Fish Layer sent 20, Ostrich sent 20. So I'll go ahead and send you guys 40. You know, I'm like Jesse sometimes. You know, I got
Appreciate you guys.
I got that the attention span of a squirrel. So you know, I be forgetting. So you know, it wasn't intentional, but there it is. You got that coming your way.
Thank you guys,
James,
man. We appreciate that. It really helps us.
Was he the one that asked the question, how are we so positive?
Yeah, that was Ostrich. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and another thing, especially for you asking the question, we all commented how it is, and I think even if you haven't worked on yourself, it's how you view things. For example, when I came home, a couple months after I came home, my wife's car, the engine just took a crap, and she didn't have a warranty. She bought it from someone else. It didn't fall to her. Everything went wrong, right? And she was stressing out.
Yeah.
And she works in a whole different county, so it's a commute. And I'm just kicking back, and she's like, I'm going to have to rent the car. I'm going to have to. And I get tired of hearing her say all this, what she has to, right? And I'm like, we're just going to go buy the motor, and we're going to go put it in. And it seemed like she wanted to fight with the company and do all that. I spent $2,600. After that was done, she was like, thank you. Like, she was going through all the headaches of life's not that hard. It's how you view it. I got the money right now. Don't worry about fighting with the company. Don't worry about doing this. We ordered a used motor, a rebuilt motor, refurbished motor, whatever you call it. Went, took it, put it in, $2,600, done. Car running, smooth. To me, there was no stress. To her, there was a huge amount of stress. And it's how you view things. And everything. And I'm starting to, but I'm starting to realize with her, she's like, you never get mad. And I'm like, what's to be mad? Like, if we're driving and the car does this and the car does that, another driver, she's like, what the, and I'm just cool. I'm cool as a cucumber. Like, I'm chilling, And she's like, fool, you never get mad at that. I'm like, I spent 20-something years being mad. Our mad would look a lot different than your guys' mad, Our mad came with action. Like, if you're not going to do nothing,
for sure.
Don't worry about it. God bless them people. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? It's how you view things. Yeah. So if you view it and it's going to make you angry, well, it's going to make you angry or stressful. But if you view it and you're like, I know what I make a month. I know what I do. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's how I view it. Like, that's nothing. Dang, this happened. That's nothing. Like, I know when something is something. But this is nothing. I will never stress over nothing like that or get upset, So those are words are especially for him because that's how I personally deal with things and everyone can see it,
Yeah, because the reality of it is if you spend all that time worrying about...
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
That's time you could be spending solution-centered. You could be looking for a solution to the problem instead of worrying about it, But this is our last call, James?
Hey, call back. We'll just keep on running it. We're good. We're good.
I'll call back.
Yep, we'll call back.
All right, for sure. So anybody that's here that wants to watch, wants to get their fix on for Pima County Court, I got a separate stream running on YouTube right now. If you want to jump on that, it's obviously I'm not going to be there because I'm here, but so you could get your Sunday night fix. I know a lot of you guys are you guys been watching this for like the last week or so. So if you jump over to our other platform at Collect From on YouTube, you'll see two streams. You'll see this stream, and then you also see the Pima County stream. So you're more than welcome to go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, stay tuned with my boy James. Dateline ain't got nothing on this.
Man, I'm working OT right now.
This call is now being recorded. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
5.
Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello.
James.
James. Hey, I wanted to tell because we didn't get a chance to because we got into what Joe was saying. I just want to tell Ostrich appreciate that. Thank you for the donation and it's always appreciated.
For sure.
We're working for pennies on the dollar around here, so we definitely appreciate any contribution.
Absolutely.
Thank you, and thank you for the good questions that you've been sending in as well.
Yep. What's up,
and you
Joe?
know what, Jesse? Tell him what you'll buy with that. Tell him what you'll buy, like a honey bun, a Swiss roll. They might not know, So they get to be like, okay, that's right. I bought you guys some honey buns. I bought you guys some Pepsi soda.
Yep. Get some nice honey buns. We got these raspberry dreamies. You know me, I'm a sweets guy, Joe. So you know.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, that's how we eat. We get our sopas and we get like stuff that we got in here, you know.
Hot Cheetos and shredded beef. And
hey,
I make coffee.
Hey, another thing I want to tell you guys, because I know Jesse's a cook like me, right? These restaurants or this food out here ain't got nothing on the food we make, my boy. So you just take pride in that, and I didn't know. I didn't know because all we know is we're in there, right? But I done my Asian food, and man, I mean, I think we make better food, bro. Maybe not in everything, but for sure. Yeah, for sure in the burritos and Asian food, we got that. We got that. That prison hand got that, bro.
And I thought about that because I've seen some of the rice bowls that they bought in my house and stuff like that, and I've looked at some of the burritos and I'm like, man, well, you know what? I've eaten real burritos and I don't remember real burritos ever being as delicious as the burritos we cook. You know, and I've eaten burritos out there. I've eaten rice bowls out there.
They're missing it. They're missing it, bro. It's like they're eating cardboard out here, you know. And I'm like, what? Like, you know, I just trip. But every now and then I still make burritos. I still make them the same way we will make them in there. And you got more to play with, but when we make them, they come out way better. Even the tamales.
Yeah.
Even the tamales.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell James. James don't understand that I'm gonna come out there slinging the tamales. He's gonna be like, man, I'm gonna have to give up my Salvadorian tamales.
Yeah, bro. That's all I ate for Christmas was tamales and birria. And our tamales win.
Bob?
Yeah, our tamales win. Our tamales win, bro. With broke down corn chips and all, we still win them.
Yeah, that's what we did. We did burritos and Christmas we did tamales and tostadas or when did we do?
We did burritos and tamales one time, and then we did tostadas like separate.
Okay, the tostadas.
I know we ate one day, and then we ate the other day.
Yeah, for Christmas and Thanksgiving we went big. But you know how we do it in here. We always looking for an excuse to throw off some refin, you know.
Some rice bowls yesterday.
Always looking for an excuse to do your bad boy on. Our rice bowls are way better than the ones out here, bro. And I've eaten at different restaurants and different spots and different these spots. Believe me, that's what they do. They have buffets of this stuff, right? And I mean, some of them are better than others, but I just don't think nothing competes with what we make. That's my personal opinion. I like ours way better. Yeah, it's all, you know. It's like, you know what I'm saying. It's not the business. We're gonna open up a restaurant. It's gonna be called The Business. Yeah, The Business prison style food.
The Business.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, somebody's about to steal your idea. Joe, you can't be putting out good names like that.
The recipe though. No, not all prisoners cook the same, James. Like you could steal the idea and you're gonna be crap, and we'll just come up with a new name and get all the clientele. Like, we're winners right here, bro.
Yep.
You do what you want. We're gonna come through and take it off.
That's right.
My boy, one of my boys, like my brother, he's out there too, and he wants me to get out. He wants me to help him start a food truck. When I get out there, he's like, man, 'cause, you know, he does Airbnbs. He buys properties and hooks them up, and then he puts them as Airbnbs. And he's like, man, when you get out here, he's like, we're gonna get up because they don't have no real. He lives in Florida, and they don't have no authentic Mexican food or anything out there in like Florida and anywhere like the East Coast. Yep. Like very seldom you can't find no authentic Mexican food over there. So he's like, fool, you come out here, fool, we'll kill the game with the food trucks. And I was like, shit, I'm with it. His girl's a gabacha. She actually cooks good Mexican food for a white girl, you know what I mean? And then he's like, look, she makes good shit. So her shit's killing the game out here. Just imagine if you was to come out here slinging a little bit of iron.
Hey, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
If you do that, what I would recommend would be getting your meat from California. I have a brother. My cousin moved out from LA to Virginia, and he couldn't find any good meat. So what he does is he has his mom, overnight him the meat. It doesn't compare. So that'll probably be something that you would have to do is get that authentic, California meat.
California meat, California beef.
From the
and
carnicerías.
another thing is, you get the meat from a hole in the wall place, or if you don't got one, then you get the meat from Stater Brothers, bro. Stater Brothers got some meat for being a normal place. They got meat.
We'll go see Iceman, huh? Iceman?
Yeah,
at Costco.
We're gonna have.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna have Iceman.
It looks good. Yep. Wrap it up.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Jesse, let me ask you something, because you know how I mentioned to you earlier on that I've been doing these streams for the appearances in Arizona, and I had totally forgot that you had actually you picked up in Arizona before. Can you share some of that with our viewers? Because I know a lot of the viewers, they've been watching these streams with us, day after day, and they might have some questions in regards to what the process is, and why is it that you got picked up in Arizona, and how was it that you were able to get out?
Oh yeah, no, and I was gonna say that too, but we definitely got caught. We definitely went down a different rabbit hole. So yeah.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
When you brought up about, I don't know if it was a dude or a chick that got busted that looked like they had their finger in a light socket, but it's funny because one night out there, I was living in Phoenix. I was living out there in Maricopa County. I was living in North Phoenix, like almost North Scottsdale area. There's Bell Road out there, and like up everything runs from Central. You go up one way and it's all the avenues, and you go the other way and it's all the streets. So it'll be like Central, First Street, all the way up to 100 and something, and same thing with the avenues. So and Central just runs all the way through the center of Phoenix. But anyways, I was living in North Phoenix, and I had gotten pulled over out there. Me and my boy. And the crazy thing is, that night we were literally getting ready to take off back to California because something crazy had happened out there. So my boy was like, "Fool, I'm not getting locked up in Arizona. Take me back to California. If I'm getting locked up, I'm getting locked up in California." Mind you, we're on the run for attempted murders here in California. I didn't know I was wanted for the crime that I ended up getting life for. The 187 I got life for. I didn't know because it had happened years earlier. Well, anyways, so that night his girl was following us in a truck, and we were just gonna go to the gas station, fill up the car, and then we were gonna drive back. She was gonna drive with us towards the Waffle House off the side of the freeway. We were gonna eat, and him and I were gonna jump on the 10 and come straight back down to California because it's a straight shot straight from Phoenix down the 10 to Indio. You just come through Blythe and down, and once you get to the bottom of the hill, you're right there in my town. So anyways, I end up like an idiot. I didn't see that there was a no U-turn sign right there, and I flipped a bitch right there because the gas station was right there. But you're supposed to make a left, go up, and come around. It was a whole little thing, but I flipped a bitch right there, not knowing that there was a cop off to the side. So anyway, he lights us up. We pull into the gas station. He lights us up. I have a gun in the car. I have it actually on the dashboard because in the 8 months that I had been out there in Phoenix, I had gotten in the habit of just carrying my gun out in the open because it was normal. Like out here in California, you carry a gun, you got to keep it hidden. Out there, it's normal to just carry it, like have it on your hip, or just as long as you're walking, have it in your hand, or put it inside. Like when you're driving, you got to put it on your dashboard so that it's visible. And so when they pulled us over, the cop came up to the car, and I'm like, man, I know that I'm wanted. Him and I are both wanted in California. The crazy thing about it is this fool gave him his name, and his name didn't come back clear, right? His name came back clear. I gave him my name, and I'm telling him, look, I gave him another name, and I'm telling him I don't have no identification. And they're like, look, here in Arizona, we have a vagrancy law that if you don't have any identification on you, we have to take you to jail. And I'm like, what? I go, look, man, we're getting ready to take off right now. They didn't ask anything about me driving without a license, anything like that. They didn't say nothing about that. They were taking me to jail. I got a loaded firearm on my dashboard. They grabbed the gun. They're like, whose gun is this? And I was like, it's not mine. And my boy's like, it's not mine. And so they run the gun. It's legit, though. It's not stolen. So, long story short, they call a paddy wagon. Hey, so this is a crazy thing, though. So when we pulled into the gas station, I had clavo on me. I had clavo on me, and I handed Shane the clavo, but I still have...
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I'm going to drive out My homeboy thought I was gonna, cause I had clavo. I mean, I had given it to my homeboy, and I thought he was gonna get the gun and the clavo and take off running. That was the whole plan. But because I stopped at the side of the gas station, he thought I was gonna pull out and like take him on a little chase, and then jump out of the car and take off running. But I was like, nah, like I'm gonna stop right here so they don't take my car, and you know what I mean? You just take off running, you know? And this fool, and the only reason why I wasn't worried, thinking I was going to get busted, is because I had been using this name out there, and I had gotten away. Like, they weren't really tripping like that, but for some reason, this cop was on this, oh, if you don't have identification, I got to take you to jail. So anyways, I end up, when I handed him the clavo, when I stepped out of the car, they were not even tripping on us. Like, usually in California, when they pull you over, there's guns, they see gang members, all that stuff. It's a big old thing. But literally, these cops were like, step out, sit right here. Oh, so whose gun is this? Like, it was normal. Like, they weren't even like giving us, like, it was weird. It was a whole weird dynamic. So when I'm going through my pocket, looking for my, like, pulling my keys and stuff, I realized that I had another bag in my pocket of clavo. So I get the clavo and I throw it in my mouth. I end up swallowing it. And so she's like, look, one of the cops, was like 2 or 3 of them that ended up coming. She's like, hey, I got to take you to jail. So I ended up parking my car on the side of the gas station right there because for some reason Shane didn't want to take the car. Dog, I kept telling him, take the car. He's like, nah, I'm just going to jump in with my girl. I'm going to lock the car and I'll take off, you know, like, and I'm like, fool, take the car. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a matter of time before our names come back. They're going to come get the car, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, they take me, they in Arizona, what they do is I mean, in Phoenix, because it's so big, they call a paddy wagon, and a paddy wagon drives around all over where people are where the cops are making arrests, and they just fill up a van full of people, and then when it's full, then they take you down to the jail, to the Horseshoe, which is Madison County Jail. It's off of Madison right there in downtown Phoenix. It's right down the street, actually.
What do? You just stay in the paddy wagon, like, while they're just making arrests all day until you get to the jail?
Well, it's not even all day. Like, Phoenix is so big, dog, that it fills up. Like, they'll make 3 or 4 stops, and they got, 10 fools in there.
Damn.
Yeah, like, it was, the paddy wagon was full, like, but the crazy thing about it is that clavo that I ate, it overamped me. Because it was like almost an 8, you know?
Yeah.
And so I ended up passing out in the back of the paddy wagon, and I wake up, and I got this freaking hobo leaned up like a righteous, full-blown hobo. And then
he just leaned up on Jess right there, just taking his
to keep him warm.
Sleep on me. Yeah. His fucking piojos are probably jumping all over me. His lice are probably attacking me. I was like, so because I passed on, I overamped because I swallowed some drugs that I didn't realize that when I gave the and the crazy thing is they didn't even search Shane, dog. They didn't even search Shane. They searched me when they put me into the paddy wagon. They're like, hey, you want to leave your stuff? I gave them my wallet. I gave them everything, you know. And I gave them the car keys, and they're like, all right, cool. In my mind, I'm thinking when I get to the jail, when my name fully comes back, I'm going to get extradited. There's no way I'm getting out. Yeah. But in my mind, I'm thinking, how's he walking away? You know, like, how's Shane walking away? Because he gave them his name, and I gave him another.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
I was thinking my fingerprints were going to come back, and the warrant was going to come back for me. Well, anyways, I had swallowed that clavo, and so I overamped, and I passed out in the back of the van, in the back of the paddy wagon, and when I woke up, it was like 20 minutes later. I guess we're driving to the jail, and that freaking hobo, I don't even know when he got in the van. I don't even know where they picked his ass up, but this fool's literally asleep on top of me, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, and I get up, and I'm like, man, get off me, fool. What the fuck's the matter with you?
You're gonna cut out right now. Hey, you want us to call back?
Yeah,
call back,
can't stop now, man. We got a hobo on the paddy wagon. Hey, as soon as he said hobo, I was remembering the other day when we got that one hobo on the video. Hey, anyhow, for those of you that are watching right now, if you guys want to check out we do video visits too. So if you go to my profile, go to FaceTime visits, and we've done visits all over the place, man. We've been all over the world, and when I say all over the world, like, I'm not talking about down the street. I'm talking about in Europe, Puerto Rico, El Salvador. We've been all over the place. So you should check out those video visits with Jesse, David, Ricky Black, Silas, Javier. It's like countless individuals that have come on, and I've shared those visits, those video visits with them, and a lot of things they haven't seen in a long time. So you guys should check it out. Definitely check it out. Take a stroll down to the YouTube side of things, and there they are. They're calling back. And if you guys are wondering, that those phones behind me, they do ring. That's what you hear ringing
Global Telling.
when they call me.
Tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
5.
Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Go on, Jess. The hobo.
Hobo.
All right, so yeah. So anyways, I got this flea infested hobo asleep on me. You know what I mean? I get up and I'm like, what the? And his hair was just, and I'm this is not just no run of the mill, you know, box cart jumping hobo. Like this dude was like under the bridge, fleas, you know, no teeth. I mean, he was. It was definitely it was a sight for sore eyes, that's for sure. And his hair was that's why when you said that earlier about the person with the fingers in the light socket, because that's exactly what I remembered. Like it was a white guy, but with like little dreadlocks. His hair was so dirty, it was like dreaded up, but it was all like all over the place too, though. You know what I mean? Like all like frizzy and shit. And I was just like, man. So anyways, I tell him, hey man, get off me, dude. What's the matter with you? You know, like, and he kind of like leans forward and he like grumbles a little bit, and I'm like, man, I look around and the van's full. But within a matter of minutes, we end up pulling into the downtown to Madison, to the county jail. So we get down there, and mind you, when I got booked, when I got arrested, I literally gave everything I had, because I had like $1,500 in my wallet. I had a bunch of shit that I had, my phone, I had a bunch of jewelry, and me and my homeboy, we're on the run out there, you know what I mean? And I was basically the one taking care of him. Like that was my ace deuce. Like we were doing everything together. I was out there hustling and shit. So, on my mind, I'm thinking when I get to the jail and they run my fingerprints, I'm going to jail, and he's still gonna be out there, because for some reason they let his ass go. You know, like they weren't even tripping on him like that, because he wasn't driving or nothing. You know, and so I gave him everything I had, because I'm thinking that's it. That was the last night I was gonna see the streets. So I was like, all right. So I get down to the county jail, and in Phoenix and Maricopa, that's why I was telling you about it earlier. Mind you, this is in 2001 when this happened. I got arrested on this case in 2001. So this was a long time ago, 24 years ago, you know. And so back then they already had the technology where they were live streaming the bookings. So what you do is you get into, they put you like in this holding still, like it's a little booking area. It's a booking desk, and they put everybody in there that they're actually going to book. And from there, they start streaming the feed, you know, because I found out after I got out that they were actually watching my booking. As soon as they told them, oh, Jesse got busted. Hold on. Huh? He said, you still want to go to yours? Oh.
Yard Reed
Oh,
car.
it's raining outside?
It's raining? What the what?
No, they were at... Yeah, they said it's a little raining. The homie came by to see him. I said he wanted to go outside still, but I guess it was kind of raining.
Okay.
So anyways...
I'm not going out in the rain.
Yeah, I wasn't going out in the rain. So you go to...
Yeah, oh, cool.
I wasn't going anyways.
I'll stay right here in the cell.
Yeah. And so they line you up, like you're all crowded in this little booking area, and they just like randomly start calling people up there, like, hey, you know, your name, this, that. And they do like basically just the formalities, and then they'll bring you around the little side over here, and they'll send you to see a nurse real quick, and they'll ask you like, what do you have? What personal property do you have? And you got to go to another spot, and you got to give all your personal property. But I didn't have any. I didn't have any personal property. I just had the clothes I had on my back. And so it's a trip. Once they let you, after you're done with all the formalities, like the nurse, your property, and all that stuff, they let you through a door, and now you're actually inside the jail, and that's what they call the horseshoe over there. I don't know if any of the feeds that you've seen or any of the things that you were streaming, if they talked about.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
That's what it's called. And I've been getting locked up my whole life. You know, I've been to all kinds of different institutions and booking centers and this and that.
Me too.
Yeah, and I can honestly say that going through that horseshoe experience was probably one of the most miserable experiences I've ever had to go through a booking, because so you get through that door, and right to the left there's it's like a fishbowl. You'll see like 30, 40 people inside that fishbowl, and it'll be jam packed. So everybody's on the floor sleeping, on the benches sleeping, everywhere. And they'll be like, all right, everybody in. And we're like, what do you mean everybody in? Like, where are we going to go? Like, you could barely even stand anywhere in there because people are asleep all over the floor. So you get inside there, and we're like, hey, well, how long are we gonna be in there? You know, how long? You know, and they're like, oh, I don't know. I've been in here for 3 hours. I don't know how long I've been in here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's crazy. So, but what they'll do is they'll open the door and they'll start calling people out. Boom, boom, boom. And as soon as somebody pulls out, you got to try to find either a piece of concrete or a bench or somewhere against a wall to lean. You got to find somewhere to be because you're gonna be in there for a while. Anyways, over like as time passes, they just randomly start grabbing people out and they'll move them to the next cell. But as they're pulling people out, they're bringing new people in. So anyways, eventually I made my way to the next cell, and it's crazy because eventually you get to a little spot where you're like, okay, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to start to nod out a little bit. I'm tired. You know, I'm burnt out, you know, and they come in every once in a while, like with food. They'll come in and literally all you have is, I'll never forget, they come in with these sack lunches. And the thing about county jail in Maricopa County, because they used to have a sheriff out there named Joe Arpaio. That fool's a straight madman Nazi sheriff right there. And the way they do it is if you don't pay for your meals right there, you only get 2 sack lunches a day. Period. You don't get your hot meal. And the crazy thing about it is I'll never forget the smell of those. They put a sack lunch and the meat is rotten, bro. Like I swear to God, that shit had green shit on it. And everything in that bag, you get these orange crackers, you know, the peanut butter crackers.
Yeah.
You get a fruit, a banana, and that sandwich with nothing on it, just the rotten meat and 2 pieces of bread. But that meat makes everything in that bag taste the same, dog. Like literally, it all tasted like this nasty ass rotten meat. So they bring the lunches in, and the first thing, because I'm hungry, I'm like, yeah, I open up. As soon as I smell it, I was like, oh hell no, I'm cool. You know what I mean? And they're like, hey, you're not gonna eat that? I'm like, nah. So I get the milk, and I open the milk, and the milk smells just like you know, like it's just like that meat contaminated the whole bag, dog. And so I would give my sack lunches away, but they only come twice a day. So by the time the second one came, I'm like, damn, I'm fucking starving, fool. You know what I mean? So I was like, I got to try to get into one of these crackers. You know what I mean? I got to make something happen with these peanut butter crackers. These motherfuckers are gonna kill me. And so you end up making your way around the horseshoe. And it's funny because as soon as you find somewhere, and just how I was so worried about that hobo falling asleep on me, as soon as you fall asleep in one of those holding cells, somebody's going to be asleep on you. Like literally, that's how it is. You're going to have people sleeping on your feet. You're going to have people leaned against your leg with their head on your legs. Dudes would be leaned over on you on the bench. Like I remember one time I woke up from like a little power nap and I had like 3 people leaning on me, and I was like, what the?
I want to criticize, but I would have been one of those 3. I want to say, like, yeah, I would have been like, man, you know, your foot looks kind of comfortable, because when I was locked up in Mexico, I used Randy's foot as a freaking
pillow.
As a pillow. Yeah, that was my boy right there, you know. And I was like, you know what, my boy, like, your foot's a lot better than this concrete right here.
Right.
Don't move.
And that's how I was. I was trying to thug it out like I didn't want to sleep. I was like, I'm not going to sleep. I mean, how long can this really be? You know, I'm not knowing what the process. I don't even know, you know, how it's going to work. I'm just waiting for them to pull me out and say, hey, man, you're wanted. You're wanted in California. You're not going anywhere.
Hey, even in Mexico, in the freaking because there was people all over the floor too, like all over the floor right there. When we walked in, this is the housing, the tank, you know, it was just packed in there. And they told me they were going to get me a bunk later, you know, because they knew that we had money. So like, all right, don't worry about it. You guys don't have a bunk. You ain't going to sleep on the floor. Don't worry about that. Well, it's kind of late. I'm tired, you know. So I woke up to like one of the fools that ran the tank, and he's like, I'm already asleep, curled up in a little ball under a bed. I'm completely on the floor, just under a bunk, just crashed out. You know?
Right next to the urinal.
Yeah. I was on a level bed. I didn't care. And this fool was like, what are you doing? Some fool walked up, you know, and he was like, what are you doing? Get up off the ground. What are you doing? I'm tired, man. I ain't waiting. He's like, I told you I'd get you a bunk, Wolf. You guys waited too long. I'm tired. They were so surprised. I was right there like amongst the homeless people, you know, on the ground, on the floor, hugged up next to some dude down there, you know.
You already got the 5 o'clock shadow going on. You've been there for 20 minutes.
Joining the wild pack.
I was one with my environment. Yeah. Like, which one of you took my shoes? Like, no shoes on, no pants on, no boxers.
Yeah, you look over and somebody's wearing your
t-shirt. How'd you even get these off me?
Yeah. How'd you get I Love California t-shirt on?
All right, go ahead, Jess. Go ahead. I want to
so what they end up doing is ultimately when you're working your way through the horseshoe. Oh, shit. That's right, baby. That's right. So they end up we're watching the Kansas City and Buffalo game right now. So and as much as I love KC and I love Patrick Mahomes, I want to see Buffalo do it just because they're the underdogs.
I'm all about Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld now, Jesse. I've said it. I've made my peace.
Oh no!
Travis
I always
and
knew
Tate,
you for the love story.
Travis and Tay, they're yesterday's news. They're last year.
Yeah, this is true. Plus, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. So.
Hey, remember? Hey, my boy Doug was like, because he's younger, he's like, I love him.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
He's like, I love Haley Steinfeld. Like, man, that's my girl, man. I've been watching her forever. And then somebody in the chair was like, what do you mean? You liked her all the way back from True Grit?
Back to she was a little girl.
It caught up my heart. Oh, it was funny, but go ahead.
Hey, hold on.
So anyways, what I was...
Let me interject right here. So one of our viewers right here on TikTok, she says she's watching the game. And she's also asking, can they watch the game? So can you give them a visual exactly where you guys are sitting at right now? Like the space, how much space you got, where you guys could sit down or things of that. Just picture, help us paint a picture in our mind where you're at right now.
Go ahead, Dave.
I was like, this is what I do. I'm the descriptive guy.
Dave's thing.
All right, so we're locked in a cell right now. So if you were to hold your arms out to your sides like wings, you'd be able to touch both the walls. That's how small our cell is. So that would be the width of our cell. The length is about 9 feet, and it's a locked door, so we're locked in here. So when you walk in, let's say you're walking through the door, straight ahead, you're going to be looking at the desk. We got a desk all the way against the back wall, and that's where the window's at. And if you were to turn to the right and sit down, that's where the bunks are at. So we got bunk beds. The beds are like right now, the way that we have it, we got our mattresses. Okay, we have our mattresses rolled up. Jesse's over there. We got the tablet in the middle of the bunk, and I'm on the other side with my I'm on Jesse's bunk too. But we keep our mattresses rolled up a lot, so it's just like a countertop. That's what the bunk is, like a metal countertop. And so
except mine is papered with marble and Louis Vuitton. So
yeah,
it looks pretty nice.
So straight ahead, so the way we are, right? So we're kicking back, and we both got TVs. So Jesse's locker is at the bottom, and my locker's on top of that one. But there's a space of about 2.5 feet in between the lockers. So that's where Jesse's TV is. And my TV's up there. I can see it right now, but we're both watching Jesse's TV. And we get about, 30 channels here off the wall.
They're all digital air channels.
Yeah, it's like we get bootleg channels, but we get the basic channels like NBC, CBS.
We get all the Phoenix's channels, right?
Yeah, CW, Fox. We get Telemundo, Univision. We get the channels from Mexico also because Mexicali's kind of close to here. And so we're watching. What are we watching? CBS right now?
Yep,
we're watching CBS right now, so we can see it. We can see it live.
Who's he going for? Is my question.
Yes.
One more. Hold on. One more question. We have somebody ask if you guys are in the same cell.
Yes. Jesse's my cell. He's my roommate.
Yeah, we're literally sitting on the same bunk. The only thing separating us is a tablet and probably about 2 feet.
Yep.
Feet. Get off my lap, David.
What are you guys doing?
I'll do my best.
What are you guys doing in the same cell? How come no other California inmate has a roommate in his cell? The fuck?
Right.
Hey.
Dave snuck in here to watch the football game.
That's what it is. So the crazy part is most of this building, okay, so this is a 270 design, which means that there's 100 cells in here. There's 100 cells. There's 50 on the bottom tier, 50 on the top tier, and they're divided into 3 sections. So we're in B section. There's A section, B section, C section. So B section is the first, like when you walk into the building and you look straight ahead.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
That's where we're at. So, James, can you do another call, James?
For sure. Hell yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you a call back. I'll finish the description.
Okay, for sure. So those of you that are wondering how they're able to call us, they have tablets. They're issued tablets by the state of California, which they're able. One of the things that they are able to do with those tablets is make phone calls. And these tablets have two headphone ports, so they're both able to plug into the same tablet, and that's how we're able to hear both of them at the same time. They each have their own pair of headsets with microphones, and that's how we're able to kind of have a three-person conversation or a four-person conversation, since we got Joe on the other line right there. And for those of you that are not familiar with Joe, you guys might want to check out, go to my profile, there's a video on there that has 1.5 million views, and that video is of Joe. He got out of prison last year in March, and now he's out here with us.
Dang, it's gonna be 1 year.
This call is now being
Global
recorded.
Telling.
Yeah.
Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Bueno.
Yep.
Buenos días,
So,
camaradas.
when you walk in, buenos días. So, well, buenas noches. But, so anyway, there's yep.
Because, see, that's institutionalized. You know what I mean? It just comes back like, what? Okay.
Yep. I have to
So,
say it back. I know how to say it in three languages. I know how to say it in 4 different languages. Oh shit, probably 5. So we go yeah, that's okay. So that's a dialect of Nava, right? And then there's Qualicia Mok. Man, it's been a while since I said that one. Qualicia Mok. I forgot that one. That's been a while. So Qualicia is how you say. Yeah, Qualicia is how you say good morning, but that's another dialect of Nava. Otimoteo.
Wally.
Otimo is that's how you say it in another dialect of Nava. Then you say Jema Sabui. Jema Sabui Uliutsiku, that's in Swahili. Asante Sekitu, yeah, that's Swahili. So I know it in many languages. Then there's just the buenos dias, and then there's the way the whites say it. Good morning. that's how the whites say it. Yep, those are all the, Yeah, so I can say it in every language. Mm-hmm. But no, so when you come in this building now, most of this, because the count is really low on this yard. This is actually the lowest count I've ever seen in prison. So there's 1,000 cells technically on this yard. I'm sorry, 1,000 beds. There'll be 500 cells, but there's 1,000 beds. So the count on this yard is only it's like 400 something. So most of this yard is single cell. We could be single cell too, but like I said, Jesse's my friend. It's like my brother here. So we're cellies. He's like my roommate right here. There's.
You know what's crazy?
Go ahead.
Not to cut you off, but you know what's crazy? The head count right there is about half, right? Let's just give them half.
Yeah.
And that yard has a university. That yard has a university, and I only say this because Lancaster floods everyone out. Like, if you're in Lancaster, you got a high rate of paroling. It's just what it is, right? When that was new and they were barely picking up the numbers and how advanced the paroling was there compared to everywhere else, CDCR tried to cut many of their programs because they wanted to stop the paroling process. They were like, nah, these fools are paroling too much right here. Cut that. And I didn't know that until I was in a transitional house full of people that were over there, and they were telling me, and I was like, man, that's messed up. Brings me to today when you said that. Those things are done. They're done on purpose. They're not done like we just happen to have 500 people. They're done to keep inmates in, and the public. I think it would only be right to show the truth, right? If you have a university, you guys say that's the only university, right, in the state of California?
No,
is that correct?
No. It's the only one. No, it's the only one with San Diego State.
It's the only San Diego State one. So not a lot of prisons have a bachelor's program, but Donovan has UC Irvine. This is one of them. Donovan has UC Irvine.
There's like 5 bachelor programs.
Yeah, Lancaster has one. Valley State Prison has one. and I think I want to say San Quentin maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
I want to say
well,
that. Yeah,
5
it's not a
of them.
lot.
5
Yeah.
in the state of California, and I don't know how many prisons there is because they did shut some down, right? So let's just say there's still over
Yeah.
30. Let's say there's 30 prisons. Let's just put it like that, and 5 have
Yeah.
universities. 31. So
Yep.
5 have universities. At least 26 that don't. So in my mind, you guys should be at max capacity because you will want as many
Yep.
inmates to get educated as possible to reduce crime, reduce violent behavior, and to people to work on themselves, right? And they don't. They have it half full. And I'm only saying that for the audience so they could get an idea.
Yep.
Because you can come to your
what's
own.
crazy-
Everyone could put 2 and 2 together, you know?
What's crazy about this prison? Okay, so you heard that this is a 50-50 yard now, right? You hear that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so
Hey, guys.
they already came.
Sorry
Yeah,
to cut
go
you
ahead.
off. Ostrich just wants us to know that he's heading out. He has to go because his wife wants to get pregnant and he wants to be there when it happens. So, hey, my hat's off to you,
Hey,
Ostrich.
preferably. Ostrich!
Get her
Yep.
done.
What's cracking?
Get her
Ostrich?
done.
Wah,
Yeah,
wah, wah,
hey,
wah,
man, we
wah.
appreciate you, man. Yeah, yeah. No, that's cool, man. We appreciate you, man. It was
Wish you
cool
luck,
that you
bro.
were here, man. Yep. I hope to see you back one day or hear you back.
Yep.
Thank
you for being here. Thank you for tapping in. Hopefully we
Yep.
this ride again.
So the crazy, okay,
You
so
hear that,
they
boy?
changed this
He's trying
yard
to have
to a
one of you.
50-50. Yep. It's a 50-50 yard.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Sex. Yeah. Jesse's like, where did Ostrich go? I was like, well, he went to go have sex. He's like, is that what he said? Word for word? He wants to go have sex?
Yeah, that's what he
No,
said.
he's
He
mad
said
at
he's
him.
going to go.
He said it gracefully. His wife wants to get pregnant. He wants to be there, preferably when it happens.
Hey, guys, there's David, all over TikTok, there's this little ad that comes up that's for like pills, and they're like, if you want, and all the guys are like in sweats, swinging, you know, James knows what I'm talking about. The Blue Chew, yeah. Yeah, homeboy went to go get some Blue Chew right now, like, hey, I'm going to have twins. Yeah.
Yeah, twins.
Yeah, he's going to have twins, triplets with the Blue Chew.
Split your load. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. No, so what they did with this yard, though, is that Sacramento said they wanted the numbers up. It was too low. So they gave them options, basically. They said, you know, they could go 50-50. Now, a 50-50 yard, there's no designation. SNY is a failed program. It's a completely failed program. They know it. People came over here and set up shop over here and just ran amok and did all that, right? So it's a failed program. The general population is, in a sense, a failed program as well. It's the same over there. It's the way that it's run right now and all that stuff, like, to each their own, but it's just, it promotes a lot of things that are antisocial. So now, where are you at? For the people that come to prison, right, there's that want to go home, but not only go home, but want to go home better people than they came in. So there has to be a place for those people to program in a positive light. I hear that you can do it in some sense over there in GP. I know people that do it. There's certain places that are, that allow it. Some places that don't. So I'm not going to speak on that dynamic because I'm not there. The SNY side, you can program on the SNY side, but there's just a lot of stuff going on. They kind of box people into, to that little whatever's happening in that too, So the 50-50 yard, it's a yard where they missed the designation. You're not designated anything. You're called non-designated program facility. You're programming incarcerated person. So we identify as nothing. We identify just as programmers, and we're doing what we do to go home. So it's dangerous in a sense because, well, it's mixing traditionally general population and SMY, incarcerated people, they're mixing them. So what do you think happens when they put people in those yards that don't want to be there? Violence. Fools are going to get off and fools handle their business. So that's something that we got to be aware of. Okay, there's people that may come to this yard. They're going to bring the numbers up in March, and they're going to bring, I think the number they're shooting for is 375 people. So that's what's coming in March. They're already bringing the new mattresses. They're filling them up in the cells. And last week, they came door to door to find out if we were going to program here. And so Jesse and I, we were one of the people that signed off on staying here.
Hey, do you guys got tables and chairs now or no? Or still not?
Hey, crazy part is they said they're not giving us shit.
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
We don't even have freaking we're still doing top tier, bottom tier yards.
Yeah.
And so it's like, all right, well, you're switching the designation and you're putting us to enhanced programming, which is non-designated program facilities are supposed to have enhanced programming opportunities, but you're giving us nothing. We've already had San Diego State here. We had this as the yard was running, so they're not giving us that because we're not designated. They have San Diego State on the other yards too. So they're not non-designated, so they're not giving us that. The groups that they're giving, I don't see.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I don't see better Vokes. There's nothing different. All they're doing basically is taking the SNY status and bringing 375 unknown people to the yard that may or may not want to be here. You know, and it's like, all right, well, the least you can do is let us go to double yards, like any other level 3. You know, so I don't know. I don't know what the end game is. I just know that I'm here to get my bachelor's degree. Jesse's here to get his bachelor's degree. If people come that are kind of rowdy, that identify as active gang members and stuff like that, then I'm just going to stay the hell out the way. Honestly, they have a lot of targets if that's what they're trying to do. So I just got to make sure that I'm not one of them. You know?
Yeah.
and that's it. You know. I want to give a shout out to.
Lightyear. They might fall in love with you when they see you, David. That's what they can't hurt Buzz Lightyear. They might fall in love with you when they see you.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab the Diddy oil. Grab that Diddy oil.
They got guys like this in prison.
Yep. And that's it. You know. No, I want to give a special shout out to some of the fellas here. I know that their wives listen. Their wives listen to this channel, you know, in support of their husbands and stuff. And I know that you guys may not be here to make comments or questions and stuff like that. You know, you may even be here just to check on your vato, just to make sure he ain't on here.
I'm gonna try to do a love connection over here.
They're over here on the profile.
Yeah.
They're not even using their legit profile. They're all user 72861. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So. No, but I know my boy won, and I want to give a shout out.
Checked right now. You heard that?
Yeah,
I got checked hard. No, my Shelly's yelling and freaking out the door trying to get a letter sent out. So.
Oh, okay.
There's people out there. There's people outside of the cell right now, like that can move around, but we're not one of them right now. So we got to get mail out. But no, I want to give a special shout out to if my boy wants, if his girl's on here, I just want you to know, man, your husband's doing amazing. He's doing an amazing job.
That's
you know,
right.
he's come a long way, and he said that his wife listens to this channel from time to time. And I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna give him a shout out for his journey because he came here. We didn't really a lot of people didn't really talk to him. He didn't really talk to us, but he's come a long way. He's doing the programs with us, and I just want to tell you that he's a great person, and he really loves you a lot, and he's making a lot of changes in his life for you and for his family. And
that's right.
A couple of the other fellas wives, don't worry, your vato's not on here. All right. Yeah, your vato's not on here. We won't let him come on here because apparently, I don't think he can resist the charms of some of the digital hyenas out there. I don't know what they, you know. There's a rumor though that this is a hookup site. I've heard that around.
That's somebody's wife. That's somebody's wife that she's fishing.
Yeah.
She just threw it in the air
to
find out if it's true or not.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, this isn't a hookup site. We've had some of the boys on here that they got they weren't in relationships or whatever their circumstances were, and a girl hit them up on the tablet, and whatever that is, that's their business. I mean, why are you hating? But we're not here to do that. I'm married. I love my wife. You know, and she's a very
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
she's a very lucky gal that she's got all of this. That's all I'm saying.
He's smiling right now. He's smiling like he did good. He did good. He wants some extra money. He ain't gonna get it though. You know, he get the regular.
she's like this mother. She's like, oh,
my Buzz Lightyear. My Buzz Lightyear.
Yep. Hey, you want to?
Hey, call back. So
do another call, James.
Call back. We'll do a few minutes because I gotta take a little break.
Wrap things up.
Yeah. So call back.
You gotta go take a masa, James.
Oh man, no. My lady just gave me some. She gave me some hot chocolate, and man, that hot chocolate definitely does not agree with my stomach.
Man.
It's all bad.
The whips are ready to get the toilet paper.
Hey, what's up with the porn?
He got cut off before he came through.
Off.
Yeah.
The whip's like, come on, Vato, rip that up.
Hey, we've been on for a minute, man. We've been on for like almost 3 hours, about to hit 3 hours.
I know, bro. I had to go get the laundry. I put the phone down, got the laundry, came back, ate some tacos, fucking drank the soda, and then jumped back in. I don't know when I jumped back in.
Right? Yeah, man. That's cool, man, Joe. Let me see. They're calling back.
Yeah, man.
We're about to plug him back in.
This call is now being recorded.
Link. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5.
What up, Giggles 619?
Gracias por utilizar Global Link.
Hello.
Yeah, what's cracking?
Yeah.
So I guess we'll use this time right here to wrap this up. James got to go. He's got to throw some agua on that. And,
courtesy flush.
Yep. Yeah, courtesy
They don't
flush,
do courtesy flushes out here, bro. Everyone pays water bills. They
No?
just put the fan on, and that's it.
I know I was on the phone with somebody earlier, and they were taking a dump, and I was on a video call, and I was like, hey, put some water on that shit. What's the matter with you? Stinking up the whole spot.
He's got some strange video calls. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, you know what?
Rocco's got some strange video calls.
Right now, since Jesse brought up video calls, I think that'll be something that we could do next time we jump on, so the audience can see who you guys are. They could see you guys, interacting. See you guys out in the day room. I like to do those video calls, whenever we can. So I think if you guys got some time, either this week or next week, then we could jump on the tablets and whatnot.
No, we got you guys.
Yeah,
absolutely. Do what it is, But I want to give a special shout out though to my beautiful wife. You are lucky. you are a lucky gal. No, and I'm just not bullshit side, but no, I gotta to my peace, my family, to all the listeners, people who come on here and spend this time with us. We were on for like 3 hours today. Our diehard listeners, viewers.
Yeah, we definitely spent a good little time on here today, because I know we got a bunch of new listeners from the new streams and stuff like that. So hopefully we can connect with the new listeners, the new subscribers, the new audience, the same way that we have with our previous followers. James said he got a lot of you guys on there from clowning and stuff. Dave and I tend to clown a lot. We just trying to give you guys a little backstory on it today, but we definitely come on here and clown around and make people smile, entertainment value. But we also like to keep a message. Definitely want to send a shout out to all our loved ones, all the regular supporters, regular listeners. Iceman, SoCal Fish Later. Now we got the Ostrich Man. Jessica.
Yeah.
Got to send ours.
Media.
Matt Max. Yeah, it was good to talk to Joe. I haven't talked to you in a little bit, Joe.
Our boy Joe, man.
Everything's still going good out there, huh?
Oh, hey.
Everything's still going great, bro. Yeah.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Hey, Jeremiah reached
I gotta
out to
talk
me.
to you about something too. What do you say? What do you say?
He reached out to me about like a week and a half ago. He just hit me up because he wanted me to give me his number, so I could have it locked in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if you guys have heard from him, but I got his info.
I have.
Okay, all right.
I have heard from him, but his transitional house is like very strict, and it's very he's just going through the motions, trying to get through it.
Yeah. So
that's cool. No, we haven't heard from him, but let him know we send our love, man. And he's in our prayers, man. And then also, James, I wanted to ask you a question about that other dude, some dude named Ray that they did the Dateline special on.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right now, when this call's over, call me up and we'll talk about it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yep. And then so another shout out to Big Joe, man. It's always a pleasure, man. We love you, bro. Glad that
Thank you. Love you guys too, fool. And
cool,
tell
man.
everybody I love them. Tell everybody they're in my prayers.
Yep.
And I ain't forget about even when I'm at Disneyland. I took all kinds of pictures, but I'm locked out of my GTL right now. I got to get back in there to send you guys them. What was I gonna say? Sure. To all the new listeners, James. I don't know who you got on here. The new people, right? But how would you see a video? Because all the money, all the introduction is cool, the hearing is cool, but all the money is on the YouTube. Like Jesse's backstory, David's backstory. So if I go to YouTube, how do I do it? So I go to favorites, I go to videos. What do I go to?
So first of all, you're gonna go to YouTube.
Yeah, listen to our stories.
You're gonna go to YouTube and on the search bar, you're gonna type in @collect call from the little A, collect call from. You're gonna hit search. All right. Once you see the little logo, the inmate with the phone in the hand, you're gonna click on that.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to playlist. There's like a few options. There's like video, live, then playlist. You want to click on playlist. Then you want to search. You want to either search for Joe, David, or Jesse. And then right there, once they click on that, they're going to get your whole playlist, your first moment from your first memory.
The whole videos.
Yeah. Yep. So that's
that's where the real stories are at, because you get to see the transformation in the individual. Like you obviously it's not a movie. You don't get everything, but you get enough to see, like, dang, they really came a long way, and I think that's where the money's at. That's showing true rehabilitation. That's showing true transformation. And I got locked up at 17. I did 27 years. I came home. I've been out 10 months now, and it wasn't scary for me at all. I know it was scary for everyone that was around me, but I came out confident, and I'm here now, and I'm transitioning well into society. And I'm just waiting to get off parole. That's it. And you guys are next. Both of you. And Felipe, everybody,
Yeah.
Yep. That's what it is.
We're
going to be out of here.
Alfonso got a moderate low, so Alfonso, he's going aboard in March. He's out of here.
Yep. But
okay.
Yeah, so that's it, man. It was cool, man, spending this time with you, James. I'll give you a call back right now when we end the feed,
Okay.
Yep. You have a good night. All right, Joe, we send our love, bro. Yep. Be cool, man. Send mine to little Oasis.
Likewise, bro.
Send mine to the wifey. Send mine to the wifey as well.
Hey,
I will, bro.
That's like a box of chocolates.
Elda, I'm going to read out 3 comments to you really quick right now. We got Giggles619. She writes, keep your head up and be safe. We got Queen Maya 22. She writes, much love out to you guys. Keep your chin up. And then we got the last comment from
likewise, thank you.
From 20 Moonstone 10. She writes, so proud of you, man.
Thank all of you. I thank all of you, and God bless you guys, and you guys have a good night. I didn't know the names familiar, so I would have shot them back out, but I next time,
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Iceman been with us for day one, so we can't forget his name. SoCal Fish Slayer. There's some names that are embedded in our brains, but hopefully we do this like an Art LeBeau show every Sunday, and we get to familiar with the names, and we'll be like, whoop, 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 619, have a good night, all that good stuff.
Hell yeah. For sure.
Like Giggles.
Like Giggles, she's been coming
out.
You
wrote that down, huh? Okay, those are good work ethics. Got the notepad and the pen right there. I see that. I see you, Playboy.
Yep.
All right. Hey, like David says, like a candle in the wind. Life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, we're out. A rato.
right, James. You have a good night, bro. It's good talking to you. I'll holler soon.
All right, for sure. Likewise.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You guys have a good one. Appreciate you guys.